I was like, you know what? Me and you could scratch. We could fight. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. You know what I'm saying? We could fight, get it over with, whatever. And that's whenever Trevino was like, man, hell no. So he pulled out the gun on her. And he's like, draw down. He's like, draw down. He starts snatching everything from her. Boom. He collects everything. He goes to the next person. I think tells Angel's over here doing his job on the other person, I guess. I feel like demonstrating. I don't know.
Go ahead, stand up, do it.
I'm sitting on this bed. I mean, I'm not sitting on a bed. I'm standing by a bed. And this dude, the white man,
Hey, Cassandra. Anything before we get started? No? You've already been offered water, restroom a couple of times, right? Anything? Good?
Yeah.
Okay. I know we met already out there on the scene at the traffic stop, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce everybody, and then we'll get started. All right? All right. I am Detective Jason. Also present is Detective EC, paid ID number
3023.
And you are Cassandra with a C, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just so we're all clear, just going to kind of backtrack a little bit how we met. You were stopped on a traffic stop earlier this afternoon, correct? You were driving a white Lincoln Continental. Is that correct?
Earlier? When?
Yeah, earlier today. When you were stopped. You were stopped by police.
Earlier today when I was stopped.
Yeah, you were stopped by police.
I got pulled over, right?
Yeah, and then I came up. You asked who's in charge, and I said I am.
Yes.
And then you said I can tell you everything, kind of thing.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and then I told you that you were not under arrest, that you were basically being stopped,
Yes.
and that you were going to be brought downtown, and or that we asked you if you'd be willing to come downtown, and you agreed, and you said I can tell you everything.
Yes,
Is that correct?
Yes,
okay. So having said that, I just want to reiterate that you're not under arrest, okay?
Yes,
and you're going to be free to go. When we get done talking about what we're going to talk, and regardless of what we talk about, you're going to be allowed to walk out.
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, so at any point that you want to stop talking to me, just say, hey, I'm done talking, I want to leave,
The only thing
you can
that
leave.
I'm scared of is that information that I tell you will get back to that person.
Okay. Well, I can tell you that we've been doing this job for 20 years. Detective Peyton and I were in the academy together. 20 years, okay? We've been doing this job for about 7, working homicides. And we have never had anyone be hurt or lose their life because they told on somebody else. Because our job is to go after that person as soon as possible. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So I understand that you're concerned, but let us do our job so we can protect you.
Right. No, I'm just scared because I just got shot myself.
Well, we'll get into all that here in a minute, but we're here to talk to you about an investigation that we have, okay?
Yes.
And you need to be 100% honest with us because we know 99.99 of the story,
yes,
okay?
Sir.
And your job is to fill in what we don't know.
Yes, sir.
And what we need to do here is find you credible, which means that we need to believe what's coming out of your mouth,
sir.
okay?
Yes, sir.
So the best way to do that is to tell us what we already know, what we've already confirmed, and not only that, give us stuff that we would never know.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that we can follow up later and confirm that we told us that we didn't know. We were able to confirm that through other investigations.
Okay.
Okay?
That's fine.
So you got to be 100% with us.
Yes.
Okay? So don't hold back. Start wherever you think you need to start, and we'll go from there.
Okay. I take Xanax bars. Okay? And when I'm on Xanax bars, I freaking...
Okay, did you take a Xanax bar right before you got here?
No.
Okay, so you're good right now, right?
I haven't had any, no.
Okay, so we're good.
But that day I did. After.
Okay, and to be specific with dates, because I don't know what day you're talking about. If you're talking about people, I need to know names because I don't know who you're talking about.
I understand. Okay, yes, sir. Okay, that day that this happened, I was with Keandre Thompson.
Okay.
And that's the dude who got out of my car and ran.
Keandre who?
Thompson.
Thompson, okay.
Yes, he's about 17 years old.
Black male?
Yes.
We know him.
Okay, well, I was with him. The dude that did the shooting.
I'll tell you what, let's go in chronological. Let's just go in order from, you're saying today, so we're talking about yesterday, right?
Yes.
Today is Sunday.
Happened.
This happened on Saturday, right? Unless there's more than one shooting we're talking about.
No.
Okay, so we're talking about Saturday.
Yes.
Start from the very beginning on how you met up with these people and how it all happened.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I was with Keandre. He told me that Vanessa had his phone.
Okay.
So as I'm driving, I'm talking to this guy who I've only known.
Because I don't know.
The guy who did the shooting. His name is Robert Trevino.
Okay.
That's his name. His full name, Robert Trevino. I actually have his TDC ID because he left it in my car.
It's in your car now?
No, it's at my house.
Okay.
But I have it, and it says his full name and everything. But I know his name is what's his fucking name? I just lost my fucking
Well, you said Robert Trevino.
Yes, Robert. You're right. Something with a U. Is his middle name, I guess, and then Trevino.
Okay. How old is
he? Okay, he is 32 years old. 32 or 33. Now, I've only been knowing him for about, maybe, I would say, 2 weeks. Not even probably 2 weeks. And it kind of was just like a, I met him through my cousin.
Who's your cousin?
My cousin is Juan.
Juan what?
Arriaga.
Okay.
He wasn't there. He wasn't with us. Well, I met him through him.
Juan goes by Guzman sometimes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's my cousin. So I met him through him, and he calls me and he's like, "Oh, where you at?" And I'm like, taking my homeboy, which is Keandre, to go get his phone. He's like, "No, I want to see you. I want to see you right now. You've been bullshitting, and you was with that, chilling with that, on that type of stuff." He's like, "You haven't chilled with me, blah blah blah. Where you at?" I'm like, "I'm in the north side." He's like, "Oh, what you doing in my hood?" He's from the north side. Okay, so all I remember is we pulled up to this hotel, and he pulls up. Me and Keandre pull up in my car.
What kind of car are you driving?
My car is a Lincoln.
The same one from today?
Yes.
Okay.
And the dude pulls up. The guy, Robert Trevino, pulls up in his car.
What kind of car?
A white car, a white Taurus.
Ford Taurus?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He pulls up and parks next to me and tells me to get in his car. I'm like, I got my homeboy with me. He's like, okay, get in my car. So I think we hop in his car. I tell Keandre, go ahead and go run and get your phone, right? So we can leave. Okay. Mind you, that what's his name? Robert pulled up with his friend named Angel.
What's his friend driving?
His friend don't have a car.
So they're together?
They're together,
okay.
Yes.
You know Angel's last name?
If I have my phone, I can look it up for you. It's on my Facebook.
We'll do that here in a minute.
Okay, yes. His name is Angel. I don't know, but they're close friends. He has tattoos on his face, too. And he pulls up with him in the passenger side. He tells him, get to the back. I think I get in the passenger side. And Robert's like, starts going off on me because...
And be honest, because we know, just be honest about what's going on.
Yeah, I am. He's more like, where have you been? Where the fuck you been at? And shit like that. And I'm like, I was like, man, nigga, I was like, hold the fuck up, man, chill, like, for real. So then Keandre's all like, I'm gonna go get my phone. I'm like, okay. He goes inside. He spends maybe about...
Goes inside where?
The room.
Okay.
And he spends maybe about, I would say maybe about 6-7 minutes in there or something. He comes out, gets in the car, and tells us what's going on in that room.
Okay. And what's he telling you?
What he told me, Robert, and Angel, was that Vanessa was in there with this dude, an older guy, who they were selling dope. Mm-hmm. That guy pulled out a lot of dope and money, and that basically he was like, man, this is what he was like. So I walked up in there, my nigga, there's a lick in there. He was like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, and then, Robert, he's out there. So he turned around automatically. He's like, oh shit. He's like, well, what type of lick? You know what I'm saying? I mean, is it a good lick or is it like some bullshit ass lick? Because I don't want to hit it if it's some bullshit. Mm-hmm. So Keandre's like, nah, man, this nigga got work, my nigga. This nigga got work. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got dope, nigga. He pulled out some cash. And then Robert's all like, well, who's in there? So I'm listening, and I'm like, it's throwing me off for the simple fact that Keandre and Vanessa are related, as in brother and sister-in-law, but they're having a sexual relationship as well. Mm-hmm. So I was like, why are you planning on doing this if that's Vanessa? You know what I'm saying? Me and Vanessa have been friends for the longest, but we have our ups and downs. I have possibly a baby with her baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? So right now we're kind of not talking. Okay, so I'm like, but still though, I'm thinking to myself, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, fool, you're tripping. He's all like, Angel's all like hyping, boosting.
They call him Boost?
No, he's boosting.
Okay.
what's his name?
Trevino.
Trevino, yes. You know, really, he's crazy already. Like, the motherfuckers, he's out there. So, he's all like, fuck this shit, let's do this shit, let's go, man. He's like, what room, that room, da, da, and I'm like, I get mad, and I'm like, hold the fuck up. I'm like, nigga, hold the fuck up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you tripping for? I was like, Keandre, you a whole ass nigga, my nigga, if you gonna do this shit for real. And then that's whenever he was like, Angel, pass me your cuete.
Are all of y'all in the Ford car right now?
Yes.
Okay.
He's like, pass me your cuete.
He asked Angel?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Keandre had a strap. Keandre had a strap. There was another nigga that pulled up, whose name is JC.
In a gold Cadillac?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He had a strap as well.
Mm-hmm. And who told him to pull up?
He's my homeboy.
Okay.
But Keandre knows him too. He knows, he met Keandre through me. I know JC for probably about 2 years now.
Okay.
And I guess, I don't know, I guess he was texting me and texting him at the same time. He pulls up, like, kind of swinging on us or something, pulls
Did you
up.
tell JC that you're at Motel 6? I mean, how does he know to pull up there?
That's what I'm saying. He knows Keandre.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. He knows Keandre too. You see what I'm saying? So I'm texting him, and he's all like, where you at? Da, da, da. And I'm like, over here chilling, you know what I'm saying? He's all like, okay. He's texting Keandre, and he's all like, as soon as he comes in the parking lot, Keandre's like, hey. And he gets all like hype, and I'm like, what's up? He's all like, look. I look, and it's old boy, JC. Well, JC has a gun. Right? JC has a gun, and Trevino's in the car like, fuck that nigga. So what's up? Are we going to do this or what? Right? And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, and he keeps on putting his hands on me, so I'm like, say, nigga, chill the fuck out, my nigga, because I'll take off, food, like, right now. I'll take off in my car. I'll take off with this nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't got time for this shit. So that's whenever he was like, bitch, you gonna get off of me, and that's that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, why, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? And you know what I'm saying? He's hitting on me, so, I mean, and then that's when he asked Angel for his strap. So I'm, you know what I'm saying? I've done been shot. You know what I'm saying? I've been shot before in 2016. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, I was like, why you doing this shit, fool? And I get to crying and shit, and he's all like, bitch, come on, you go on this fight with me. He was all like, what the fuck, you really gonna let me do this shit by myself? And I'm like, nigga. I was like, all right, fool. You know what I'm saying? So we all hopped off the car. Oh boy, JC has the window that we have in windows, and he's like listening to us, blah blah blah, right? Trevino says, what's his name? I'm like, I got my strap. I'm not tripping. Let's go. You know, like, he's ready. Keandre. And Trevino done ask Angel for his strap. So now Trevino has a strap. Angel gets to tripping like, well, shit, I ain't got a strap. I'm not going in there if I ain't got a strap. JC says, Keandre tells him, hey, you got your cuete? Do you have your gun? Because he's black, he knows Spanish. Mm-hmm. He's like, hey, you got your gun, boy? Da, da, da. JC's like, hell no, nigga. He's like, yeah, I got my gun, fool, but I'm not going to put it in nobody's hands because that's my baby. Right, that's what he said. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, that's my gun. I'm not putting it in nobody's hands. Oh, boy in the back, Angel, looked at him and said, man, I got you, my nigga. I said, I promise you, fool, I'm going to come back out with your shit, fool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Wait right here. I got you. I promise. I'm not going nowhere with it. And he passes him the strap. He gives it to him. We're in the 4-door, right, in the Taurus. He goes and he parks in front of the room. We get off, and I'm like,
who's in the Lincoln?
Nobody was in my Lincoln.
Okay.
I don't know if JC stayed in his car or my car. I mean, I'm not really too sure, but I think he stayed in his car because I don't recall him getting in my car. So we all get off, and we're like right in front of the room. I think because I wasn't.
Okay, just so we're clear, it's you.
Yes.
It's Robert Trevino, Angel, and Keandre.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And you don't know where JC is at this point?
No, JC's parked outside.
Okay. So he's either in his car or in
my Lincoln. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we all get off, and I remember Trevino told me. Keandre told me after Trevino said this. They're not going to want to open the door for me if they see me. They don't know me. So why would they open the door for me when I'm not? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, nigga, I don't fucking know, nigga. Tell Keandre. I was like, bitch ass nigga, you go, nigga. That's your bitch inside. You know what I'm saying? You go. And he's all like, man, come on, little cuz, how you gonna send me in there by myself, da-da-da-da, and I'm all like, man, nah, fuck that shit. So I started getting into it with Keandre, and he's all like, man, you a hoe, nigga. He's all like, man, oh, I thought you been wanting to fight Vanessa, da-da-da-da, and I'm all like, nigga, whatever me and Vanessa got going on, fool, that's between us, you know what I'm saying? I was like, all this other shit, I don't know where the fuck it's coming from, you know what I'm saying? You came in the car telling us about what they had, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm sitting in the car, and he's all like, man, fuck that shit, come on, bitch, you're getting off. So, boom, we end up getting off, the four of us. So now you got he strap, his strap, and he strap. You see what I'm saying? So I'm all like, I'm not getting off. And he's all like, that's the only way they're going to open the door is if you or Keandre get off. I'm like, so we were arguing. We're going back and forth in the car, right? And I hop off the car because of the simple fact that this nigga's like looking at me like, bitch, you're getting off the motherfucking car with me. And that's that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right, so I get off. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie, he's did some shit in the past too. I've heard about him, not to mess with him because of that. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that's what kind of frightened me. That's why I got off, you know what I'm saying? I got off, and all I did was, I don't remember if me or Keandre knocked on the door. I think it was Keandre. Keandre knocked on the door, and I was kind of like standing right behind him. Angel was on this side, they were kind of like hidden like on the side, so where if they were to open the door, you know, the only way that they would see him is if they went like this. Okay. So, I think that whenever Keandre and me knocked, I do remember some dude opening the door. He opened it barely a little bit, and Keandre was like, they were like, what? And then, Keandre tried to push the door open or something, and then Trevino just like, boom, pushed the door open, like just went up in there and just pushed it. And when he walked in there, he automatically, oh, fuck, I can't even remember who was in there. Like, I just remember Vanessa, a man, I think 2 men, and I want to say like a mixed girl.
Okay.
I don't really remember who was in there.
Was everybody standing or sitting or laying?
They were more like standing. So we go in.
So this man you're talking about, what race is he?
And I want to say he was white. Which man?
You said a man, so...
Yeah, he was like an older man.
Was everybody white? Was everybody Hispanic? Was everybody black?
Vanessa is Mexican and white.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Mexican. The dude, I want to say that Trevino shot, I want to say he was white.
Okay.
I thought I'm not sure. I thought I saw a female that was mixed.
Okay.
And then I thought I seen a Mexican guy.
Okay, so you guys go in.
We go in. I can't remember who was there, honestly.
Okay, all right.
Okay, we go in, and Trevino and Angel and Keandre start telling everybody to get down. Okay. I remember I'm standing there, and I think there was a couch or a bed, or I don't remember, but I'm standing there, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying, and Vanessa's on the mic, she's looking at me, and I'm like, and I'm looking at her like, say, fool, I don't know, my nigga. She's all like, man, fuck you, bitch, that's fucked up, da-da-da. So, I'm like, all right, bitch. I was like, you know what, bitch, me and you could scratch. We could fight, you know what I'm saying? That's cool, you know what I'm saying? We could fight, get it over with, whatever, nigga. And that's whenever Trevino was like, man, hell nah, fuck you. So he pulled out the gun on her. And he's like, draw down. He starts snatching everything from her. Boom, he collects everything. He goes to the next person. I think Angel's over here doing his job on the other person, I guess. I feel like demonstrating. I don't know.
Go ahead, stand up, do it.
I'm sitting on this bed. I mean, I'm not sitting on a bed. I'm standing by a bed. And this dude, the white man, the older man.
Where's the door? If you're standing there, where's the door?
The door is right here. Okay, I'm right here. The door's right here.
Okay.
I can't remember if it was a 1 bed or a 2 bed. Oh my God. I think it was a 2 bed, right? Okay.
Whatever you remember.
There was a bed. It was a bed. Then there's the restroom like a little bit farther that way. Mm-hmm. Somebody was standing right here and right here. Angel was drawing down this person right here. Mm-hmm. Keandre was kind of like a little bit just right, like kind of like by me. And Trevino was like, I'm talking about all in the room, like just taking everything he, you know what I'm saying, could get his hands on. Now the dude that he shot, he told him this. He was like, give me everything you motherfucking got, you know what I'm saying? And that dude was like, the first thing he did was, at first he was standing right in front of the bed, and the first thing he did was he jumped on the bed. He jumped on the bed and he laid like back. And like, the way I took that was like, I felt like he was trying to guard something that was under the bed. Just because of what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was grabbing on the bed like this. He was like, no, I'm not giving you shit. Like, he actually was not gonna, he was determined. He wasn't coming off his, whatever he had. And so Trevino got mad. And that's one thing he told me after he did this. He did tell me he didn't. I was like, what the fuck? I said, you're tripping. I said, what are you doing, man? I was crying. I'm like, bro, do you realize what you just did? You know what I'm saying? And he's like, man, I'm sorry, man, but he pissed me off. He pissed me off, man. Fuck that. He pissed me off. That's why he should have gave me this shit when I first told him. I was like,
okay, we'll talk about what he told you, but let's keep going about what happened.
Okay. So, the dude jumps on the bed like this, and he starts grabbing the mattress. And so Trevino is like trying to pick up the mattress, like, move, nigga, like that. He's like, so he points the gun at him, and the dude's all like, I'm not giving you shit. And all I remember is I'm standing where I'm standing still, and I'm just looking like this. And I remember he like looked at me and then popped him, and then like just turned around and I guess panicked and just ran out that door. And I was like, all I remember too, I was in shock, and I'm like standing there. I glanced, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I walked out, and I'm telling Vanessa, I'm like, I'm like, my nigga fool. And I was like, and I was just walking out, you know what I'm saying? And then fucking, he hops in the car. He hops in the car, and he's like, bitch, get the fuck out of my car. And he's yelling, talking shit. And
all four of y'all piled back in the car?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I remember, okay, we get in the car. I'm telling him to leave. I'm telling him to drop me off. I'm telling him to go back because my car's there. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to go back. He's flooring it by this time. I'm talking
Which way do y'all go?
That's not my neighborhood. That's his neighborhood.
So when you come out, do you go right or left, or which way do you go? You remember passing businesses or anything?
I remember going to a neighborhood and even stopping at a house that was his homeboy's house.
Okay.
And he tried to like, he tried to like leave me with it after. Okay, so first I'm telling him, I was like, dude, drop me off my car. I want my car, you know what I'm saying? I was like, nigga, I was really trying to go back over there so I could get my car. I didn't want anything to do with him, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, my nigga, like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, nah, fuck that shit. So he's throwing through his hood to the north side, you know what I'm saying? He stops at this house, or not even stops at this house. He stops in the middle of the street. He stops in the middle of the street and just gets off, and him and Angel take off running. And I'm like, hell no, what the fuck? They got this. And then he has that gun that he shot that dude with, which is that 9mm that freaking he borrowed from JC. That's JC's gun. I don't know how. I don't remember if they swapped guns, and Trevino got the 9 now in his hand, which that belongs to JC. Okay, so around this time, he leaves the gun in the car, and me and Keandra are like, what the fuck? So I hop out the car, and I jump in the passenger seat, and Keandra jumps in the driver's seat, and I'm flooring, I'm trying to catch him because they're running from me, right? They're running from me now, and I'm like, you better come get this motherfucking car and this gun, my nigga. I was like, take me back to my car right now, you know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden, he disappears on this fucking, and goes into the house I'm telling you about. I know where the house is at. It's like a 2-story house or something. And I'm blowing the horn outside. I get off. I tell Keandra, like, go knock on that motherfucking door because I know he's in there. You know what I'm saying? And we knock on the door. We beat on the door. Someone opens the door. And it's this Mexican dude. And he has tattoos and stuff. He looked a little bit, maybe about 40, 30, late 30s, I would say. I remember he let me in. I said, where's Robert at? Where's Rob at? They call me Little Rob. I said, where's Rob at? He's like, upstairs. He's like, come on. So me and Keandra go upstairs, and Rob was doing this. He's pacing back and forth like this, and you got Angel over here smoking dope, right? So I was like, bro, go get your car, my nigga, because it's in the middle of the street, you know what I'm saying? And, like, I need to ride back to my car. So he's all, like, pacing back and forth. He's all like, nah. He's like, man, you good, man. It's my homeboy, man. I've been knowing him for y'all. I was like, what the fuck? He was like, man, I'm good. You can take that, like, basically trying to tell me to leave with his car now. You know that he was good at that spot. You know what I'm saying? I was like, my nigga, I didn't do, you know what I'm saying? I didn't do nothing. This is your car. This is your strap. You know, you do what you did. All I'm asking is take me back to my car. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't trying to move around. So then that's whenever, I guess he got mad and he's all like, you know what? All right, fuck it. So I remember all of us going down the stairs, him, Angel, me, Keandre, get back in the car, and by this time I'm fucking like dozing off because I'm on bars. And I'm like, fuck. I remember going back to my car. I can't exactly how fucking to tell you how I even fucking got my car or how old boy, or if old boy was there still. I really don't even remember. I do remember that he made Keandre and me take off in his whip.
His whip, his car? His
car, yes. And all of a sudden it's something, and then he jumped off the car again, him and Angel, and I'm blowing up his phone, and now I'm driving him. Oh fuck! Wait, I'm driving in my car. I end up in my car, and I'm telling Keandre,
well, let's not skip that part. I mean, you got to know how you ended up in your car.
No, I know I was barred out.
No, come on. You're trying to protect people. How did you end up in your car?
No, sir. I'm really not. We're talking about my freedom here, man.
All right, go ahead.
I'm really not. How did I end up in my car? Okay, I think we pulled up. I think I got in my car. I'm not sure. I know he made Keandre drive his car. And I know he hopped out the whip. He hopped out the car on us. Him and Angel took off. And then told me, I was following him, and I remember he called me and told me, hey, look, I'm going to get off right here. I'm going to hit you up here in a little bit. And I'm like, where are you going? He's all like, I got to get out of here. And I'm like, okay, so you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, so now you're leaving me with your problems, basically, right? I'm like, you're leaving me with your shit, my nigga. I was like, that's fucked up. I even told him in a message, I said, just remember, if you know what I'm saying, when the police come to me with this shit, I said, remember what really happened, my nigga. I said, only us four know what really, and the people in there know who really shot, you know what I'm saying, what really went down.
You're telling him on the phone or on text?
It's on the text.
Okay.
I told him, I said, you leaving me with this dirt, you know what I'm saying? I said, only me, you know, we all know, my nigga, what really went down, fool. Mm-hmm. I said, so if you want to go there, when they come at me, when the police come at me with this shit, don't be surprised whenever, you know what I'm saying? But then again, I mean, I'm scared because of the fact that I watched him do somebody else like that, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I mean, yeah, I haven't heard from him since or nothing like that. I remember I was calling him, his phone was ringing, you know what I'm saying? And I took off to my house in my car, and Keandre took off, and he told me he had his homeboy to come pick up his car. He had my phone. He's texting one of his closest homeboys, telling him that he needs help to get rid of his car.
Who's his friend?
Tata.
Get rid of which car?
Which is Vanessa's baby daddy.
Okay. Get rid of which car?
The white car.
Your Lincoln?
No.
Okay, so you guys are, I guess I got confused. So now you're in that
the Ford. I'm not in the Ford. I'm in my Lincoln.
Yeah, but
Keandre's whipping the Ford.
Okay.
The 4-door Ford.
Okay.
He's borrowing my phone, and he's telling, I don't know what the fuck, who he's texting at the time, but he gives me back my phone. And I remember him telling Tata, because Tata started calling me back once I had my phone. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, and then too, Trevino was calling my phone too, telling me, my homeboy's on his way to go get my car. I said, I don't got your car, my nigga. I was like, if anything, Keandre's steering your whip, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know what he's going to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And then that's whenever he stopped answering my calls. Keandre knows somebody that basically, I think that was the whole point of getting a hold of Tata, was so that Tata can get rid of the car.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? After that, I remember I fucking barred the fuck out. I don't know. We took off in separate cars. I went my way, he went his way, and that was that.
Okay.
That was that. I just know that after that, I called, JC calls me and tells me about his gun. And he's like, what's up with my gun, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, for your gun. I don't know where the fuck your gun's at, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? He used your gun, fool. Like, I start telling him, I'm like, he actually shot somebody with that gun. And, I tell, whenever we were all driving back, I remember asking Trevino, I'm like, whenever he got back in the car, I, like, glance off or doze off or wake back up after we were leaving that apartment. And I told you that's why I brought him downstairs, because I was telling him to take me back to my car.
Mm-hmm.
I told him that because that gun was in the car. Okay, so whenever we all get back in the car, we're on our way to go get my car, and I'm like, Angel tells him, where's that strap at? And he's like, that whole gone, like that. And I'm like, I remember him saying it, like, oh, that whole time I tossed it the whole way. He's just kind of like, you know what I'm saying, dodging, kind of like, you know what I'm saying, nervous and shit, moving around and, you know, kind of just looking both ways.
Did you see him toss it?
I didn't see him toss it.
Okay.
I didn't see him toss it, but I know the house that we went to. I know where he's at. I know where he lives at. I know where his girlfriend lives at. His baby mama lives at. I even went to his baby mama's house, and I told them, I said, say, where's Robert at? They're like, I don't know. I don't know. Why me? Why? What's up? I'm like, say, man, y'all need to get a hold of him, like, right now, because it's only a matter of time, you know, that people start coming at me with this shit, my nigga, and, you know what I'm saying, he's nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? And I told his baby mama, and I told, mind you, though, his baby mama, this is weird, his baby mama is in a relationship with Angel as well. So she goes, she just has 2 kids by Robert, but she's in a relationship as a boyfriend, girlfriend with Angel.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, well, we obviously covered a lot. Let's first talk about the people involved, okay? You mentioned Robert Trevino, right?
Yes.
And how old is he?
Robert is 32 or 33.
What's his street name?
Little Rob.
Okay. And what side of town is he from? North side?
He's from the north side.
What street or what area of North
side? I want to say Rock Island. Like, actually not far from here at all.
Have you ever been to his house?
Okay. He's from north side. You know what? No, I'm sorry. He's from the south side.
Okay.
Yes, but he hangs around in the north side. Like, when I first met him, I thought he was from the north side.
Where's his house at?
He lives with his girlfriend.
What's his girlfriend's name?
I don't know her name.
Okay.
I don't know her.
Where does she live?
They stay off of Marine Creek.
Is it a house or an apartment?
It's an apartment.
Now, there's several apartments there,
yes,
right, on Marine Creek?
Okay, so,
There's some that are really close to 820, and there's some that are further in.
They're the ones that are right by, there's a QT across the street somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
They're, like, kind of big. They're nice-looking apartments.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of right by the freeway. Like, if you were to exit the freeway, boom, you go up under that bridge, I think, and there's a QT. You go a little bit more down, there's some apartments right here.
Okay, so you pass the first set of apartments, and you go to the second set?
Yeah, there's a set right here. No, it's one big complex.
Okay, because there's like 2 or 3 on that strip now.
Yeah, but it's the first one.
The very
first one.
Okay.
Yes. And it is like, and then it has the first gate and the second gate. The first gate has a pin. The second gate doesn't have a pin.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Obviously, he probably doesn't work, right?
He sells dope.
Okay. Does he have tats?
From head to toe.
Like arms, legs, what?
Arms, legs, face, head. I want to say back here it says Texas with the buildings.
What does he have on his face?
He has a shaded in star.
Kind of like yours?
Yes, but his is shaded in.
What side?
Smaller. I want to say the same. I want to say on the left side. What else is he?
You know where he went to school, high school, anything like that? Oh, he's an older guy. He's just got out of jail? Or has he been in jail recently?
Yes, I know he's been in prison.
Okay. You know for what?
I'm just scared.
Well, I understand. You know for what? What he's been in jail for?
To be honest, I really don't know, but my sister did tell me that she knows him from like so many people, and that he is that type of person that she's heard before in a long time ago that he shot someone else. She didn't know who, though.
And the,
She just told me, like, not to be around him because of the simple fact that all she had heard about him
did
was
he get
that.
caught for that, or he's still wanted for that?
I don't know. I just barely met him.
You know his phone number off the top of your head?
817-724, and I don't know the last few digits, but it's in my phone.
Under what name?
Little Ugly.
This is a Crime Circus presentation.
How long have you known him?
I haven't known him. I've barely known him for about maybe 2-3 weeks. That's it. 2-3 weeks a week.
And you met him through which relative again?
My cousin.
What's her name?
Tito.
Oh, yeah.
It's a boy.
Guzman, right?
Yes. Juan.
Juan Arriaga?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's talk about Angel. How old is Angel?
Angel, I would say, is maybe... I would say he's young. He's about 27, maybe.
So he's in his 20s, late 20s?
Yeah. And I don't know his last name.
Going back to Trevino, how tall is he?
Trevino is maybe about... I'm 5'1", and he's maybe about... right here, maybe?
So about 5'8", roughly, I guess?
Yeah, I would say 5'8", too.
Is he a big guy, thin guy?
Really skinny.
How does he dress?
Dark complected. He's bald-headed. And he wears Lokes. Like he be wearing Lokes and stuff. The glasses Lokes.
The day that this happened, what was he wearing?
Oh, fuck. Shit.
Was he wearing a jacket, a hoodie, a t-shirt?
I want to say a t-shirt. Maybe black.
You think, or maybe?
I really can't remember what he was wearing, honestly. I know he was wearing black. I want to say he was wearing black. And his shoes are Jordans. Gray Jordan.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Angel. Oh.
Let's talk about Angel. How tall is he?
Angel is not as tall as him. He's probably about 2 inches shorter, so he's probably about 5'6".
Is he a thin guy, big guy, medium guy?
He's not fat or nothing, but he is a little bit solid, like stocky looking. He's fatter than Trevino.
Tats?
Yes.
Where?
He don't have as many tats, but he has tattoos on his neck, his chest.
What about face?
Neck, chest, arms. Does he have tats on his face? I think he does. I'm just not sure. I think he has some type of tattoos on his face. Right here, right here.
Did you look up this other one, Angel?
Yes. I'm trying to think of his last name.
You don't know his last name?
No, I don't.
Okay. You know what side of town he's from?
He's from Northside Rock Island.
You know anything else about him?
All I know is that one day he was driving a gold Cadillac, like a newer model Cadillac. It was stolen, I think.
Okay.
And I know that he's Valerie's boyfriend now.
Who's Valerie again? Oh, the
Robert,
baby mama.
Baby mama. Oh my god, man, these people are fucking crazy. Like, I just hope this doesn't come back to me.
What, do you remember what Angel was wearing that day?
Angel, I want to say Angel had on something blue. I think a jacket, maybe.
Now, I know we talked about guns being switched, but
Yeah.
originally, who had a gun when you pulled up?
When we pulled
In the
up,
car.
who had a gun?
Mm-hmm.
Keandre,
Besides Keandre?
Trevino and Angel. They were. I don't know whose gun it was,
But
but
they had one gun?
yeah,
Okay, what kind of gun was that?
that one was a 380. I think. That's all I seen. It was a 380.
Semi?
I don't really know.
Well, you know what a semi is, right? As opposed to a revolver?
No, it didn't look like a revolver.
Okay.
Like the one on my chest.
Yeah, that's a revolver.
Yeah, it's a revolver, right?
So
It
the other
didn't look
one-
like that.
Okay, what color was it?
I want to say it was black. I think they were all black and pink.
Okay.
One was pink.
Who had the pink one?
Angel.
Okay. You know what caliber?
I was caliber.
Mm-hmm. What size?
I just know it was a 380.
So both of them were 380s?
Yes, and then the one that was passed over from old boy was a black 9.
Okay. We'll talk about that.
And that was a brand of... Fuck.
The 9?
The 9. I'm trying to think of the brand of the 9, but I don't really know.
Alright, so obviously we know Keandre, right?
Yes. Thompson.
What was he wearing yesterday?
Yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Keandre was wearing, I want to say something with royal blue.
Royal blue? Like a
Yes.
jacket or a shirt?
It was more like a white and royal blue jacket or something.
Okay, what kind of gun did he have?
Keandre had a blue 380
Okay.
that he fucking uncle stole from me.
He stole from you?
Yes,
When did he steal it from you?
a long time ago. But I mean, he steals everything uncle, so
Okay.
it's not like it's anything.
Alright, JC, what was he wearing yesterday?
Okay, JC was wearing. I didn't see JC like that, so I really couldn't tell you. But what was it, brown? Maybe something brown. Fuck, man. I mean, I really wasn't paying attention to what everybody was wearing, you know. So.
How old is JC?
JC is 28.
You know his real name?
I want to say his real name is Jesus.
Are you friends with him on Facebook?
Yes.
Are you friends with Angel on Facebook?
No, I'm not, but I did message him on Facebook. I was like, say, where you at?
What's his
Because they
profile
wanted
look
to
like?
me. On his profile, it's him and a picture of a baby.
What's he look like on there? I mean, what's he wearing?
I think he's wearing a white mustard shirt, going like this, holding a baby.
Okay. Do you have JC's number in your phone?
Do I have JC's number? I want to say I do, yeah.
When you messaged Angel, what did you message him yesterday?
I messaged him and I told him, okay, Angel have been calling my Facebook Messenger because of Trevino just got out of jail that day, or the day before, something like that. So he was trying to get a hold of me to tell me that Trevino was in jail for speeding, for driving while intoxicated in hospital. So he was calling me on my messenger and then asked my cousin to give me his number, or for my cousin to give him my number.
Okay.
But my cousin was like, man, hell no, I ain't gonna do that shit. So.
All right, so let's go back to yesterday. How do you meet up with Keandre to the very beginning? I mean, how did you guys meet up yesterday?
Okay, I remember I left the game room. And I remember I popped 2 bars right there in the parking lot of the game room.
With who?
Me and my homegirl. My other homegirl.
Okay.
Annabelle. And I remember, I think I left her at the game room. I remember going home and falling asleep for a long time. I woke up to my phone, to Keandre calling my phone, telling me, where was I at? What you doing? Telling me he was at the store playing the game, and that if I could get a hold of somebody that had some work, because he had a customer that needed work.
What kind of work?
Dope.
I mean, what kind
Ice.
of? Okay. And that was yesterday morning, or what time
That
was
was right before. That's how I met Keandre. That was right before.
So then, do you go meet up with him?
I think I picked him up at the store.
Which store?
Right there off of Miller. It's called Parks Mart or whatever.
So you pick him up there, and then.
Yeah.
And then what happens from there?
We just start rolling. We're rolling.
You go do the whole dope thing?
No.
Y'all don't hook up with whoever he's trying to get work for?
No, because Rob was texting me telling me he had the dope. He always has dope, but I know we were on a mission though to go find dope for Keandre's Custo.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Custo even let Keandre run with the money to go get the dope for him.
How much was it? How much dope they were trying to get?
And he was trying to get $10 worth.
Okay.
We ended up rolling like around the hood and stuff. And that's when he tells me, take me, go pick up my phone.
Did he know Vanessa was at the motel?
Yes.
And
because he was texting her. I haven't talked to Vanessa.
So they were texting each other?
Yes.
And she told him that she was there?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys end up going straight there, I guess, at some point?
Yes.
Right.
So whenever Rob is like, calls me, where you at? In your hood. I'm like, in your hood.
So are you sitting in the parking lot when Rob texts you, or are you rolling to the Motel 6?
I want to say I was rolling probably over there.
You were heading that way?
Or something, yeah.
Okay. And then when y'all pull in, where do you park when you pull in the first time?
Oh, man. I think I parked...
Do you know what room she's in at that point?
No, because Keandre was the one texting her.
Okay. He's not telling you what room or anything?
I think... Yeah, I do remember me telling him, tell her we're here, you know? And I remember him like, yeah, I know. I'm asking her what room number.
Okay, so you guys are pulled up, and
yeah.
Robert hasn't pulled up yet, or he's already pulling up?
I think, damn. I think he's pulling up with me. He pulls up probably a little bit after me.
Okay, so when you pull up, do you ever move to meet up with Robert, or do you stay right there and he meets up with you?
I want to say he met up with me.
Okay.
I want to say he met up with me. I'm not really sure how we got to... I know how I got there and how me and Keandre got there. As far as... I do remember telling Rob I was in his hood. That's why he pulled up on me.
Okay. So does JC pull up right after that, or does Keandre remind me?
JC pulls up maybe like, I want to say 5, 6, 7, later.
Later, but Keandre...
We're still in the car.
So Keandre's already gone in to try to get his phone? Is that
no,
what you said?
We're already in Robert's car. Me and Keandre then got out of my car and got in Robert's car. Remember I told you?
Yeah, but at what point does Keandre go try to get his phone, or does he ever try to get his phone?
Yeah, he goes in there.
Before
Before we all entered, he goes in there by himself.
Okay. But before Robert pulls up or after Robert pulls up?
When Robert pulls up, I think. And he goes in there and comes back, and that's when he tells us what's going on.
Okay, and you're sitting in the car with Robert?
Yes, and Angel.
And where's Angel sitting?
Angel is now sitting in the back seat.
Behind who?
Behind Rob.
Behind Rob, and then Keandre
sitting behind me when he comes back.
Okay, and then at some point, shortly after that, that's when JC pulls up?
Yes.
In his gold Cadillac?
Yes.
Does he ever get out of the Cadillac?
I want to say no.
He's just talking through the windows, or what?
I remember but he gave somebody the gun. I think he passes the gun, and he gave it to Trevino.
Okay, so he passes it through the window?
At first he gave it to Angel, because remember I told you Angel said, Trevino asked Angel, give me your strap. He gave it to Trevino, and then whenever JC finally said that yes, that he could borrow the gun when Angel asked him, I think Trevino grabbed the 9. They swapped. Trevino was like, nah, hell no, give me the 9, you keep the 380. Boom, they swapped.
Okay, so...
That's how I know he went in with the 9. The solid black 9 that belonged to JC.
Okay, and then, do you guys move from there to go towards the apartment, to the room?
Yeah, I remember I told you that.
Okay.
He drives right in front of the room.
And you're still sitting in the front passenger?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I remember him pulling right in front of the room. And he tells Keandre, what room is it? And Keandre tells him. I remember we pulled up right in front of it.
Okay.
We're like right here, and the door's like right there.
Do you back in, or do you drive in forward?
I want to say we driving forward.
Okay.
And then that's whenever really they weren't going to open the door.
So the door was right in front of you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and you don't remember if JC moves or not?
Once I remember we parked right in front of the thing. We argued, me and Trina argued a little bit, and Keandre was like, man, come on, let's go. Got off, and oh boy, when they knocked on the door, the dude wasn't even trying to open the door. He barely opened it, and Trino kind of just, boom, pushed it open.
So you push it open, everybody goes in.
Yeah, and I remember he tells Angel to lock the door.
Who locks the door?
Angel.
Who, Trevino tells Angel to lock the door?
Trevino tells Angel, lock the door behind you.
So now at this point, once everybody's inside, explain to me who's all pointing guns.
Keandre, Trevino, and Angel.
Okay. And everybody's demanding stuff?
Keandre's telling this person to give him what he got. Angel's telling this person to give him what he got. And Trevino's kind of just like basically like if he's the one like running shit, like he's even taking shit from that he wants from out of Keandre's and Angel's hand. Like, nah, nigga, that's my shit. I'm taking that type of shit.
And then you said that they try to rob the guy, ended up getting shot. He jumps on the mattress like he's protecting something.
Yes.
And you're saying that Trevino is the one that goes up and shoots him.
Trevino was in front of him now by this point when he's asking, he's telling him, give me your shit. The dude is saying, he's like, no, he wasn't gonna get. First he's standing up in front of the bed, so the bed's right here.
What's he wearing?
I can't really tell you what he was wearing.
Is he dressed, undressed?
Oh fuck. I don't really know.
Okay, that's fine.
I just know. I think he was a white man. He looked like a white man to me.
Okay.
He's standing in front of the bed, and when he goes up to him, I'm standing on the other side of the bed, by the window. The window's behind me and the door, right? And this dude is standing. So Trevino's like right here. The bed's right here, and the dude's standing like over there by the nightstand. When Trevino started like messing with them, he comes over here and he's like, give me your shit. And that dude, boom, throws himself on the bed, and he was like, nah, man, I ain't giving you nothing. He's like, nah. He kind of had like a weird accent. I don't know. He talked weird. And that's whenever Trevino was like, give me more food. Like, he got mad, you know. And I was like, and Vanessa was like, hey, chill out, man. And I'm like, he's telling her, he's like, bitch, your bitch ass down, like that, right? So he points it back at him, and he's getting mad, like really mad. And he's like, nigga, like, give me your shit. The dude wasn't trying to hear it, like, at all. And I remember he looked at me, and then I looked at him. He looked at me, and I just, like, looked at him, like, what, nigga, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, quick glance, like, he just said, pow, and just shot, like, and I'm talking about, like a close range shot.
You guys run out after that, or you stay in there for a second? I'm
in shock by this point. He fucking, like, he gone. Like, he runs to the door, you know what I'm saying? He runs to the door, and I'm trying to tell Vanessa, I'm, like, trying to talk to her, and I'm like...
So who runs out first?
Trevino, I think.
Who runs out second?
I want to say they all ran out the room first.
You're the last one to come out?
Yeah, after I finally was like...
And who takes what from that room?
Man, I don't even know what the fuck they got on the cool. Like,
what did you take? Be honest.
Yeah. But Trevino handed me Vanessa's shit. Vanessa's purse.
Okay.
And that's it. I don't have nothing.
Okay, so you took the purse. What? What did Keandre take?
Bullshit.
Like what?
Chargers. Fucking Dolphin shit, which is like phones, chargers, portable chargers. Fucking, I think Keandre copped some weed. As far as the dope, I ain't seen nothing like that. Okay, no money, no dope, no nothing.
What did Robert take, Trevino?
I don't know. I don't even know what he took.
Okay, what about Angel?
Angel snatching fucking bullshit like a chain. Fucking, it was all dopey shit on the court. It was nothing big, no money, no dope.
We're talking about small things, the phone chargers. Did anybody take anything that was large, a big item out of there?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't remember anybody taking a big item.
A big item
like what? Can you give me a hint?
Yeah. What'd you do with Vanessa's purse?
I have it, and I told her that I would give it back to her. I was in a text and I told Keandre, I said, tell Vanessa that I'll text.
Where's the purse at now?
It's, at my homegirl's room.
Which is where?
Over there off of Lancaster.
Okay. Who's your homegirl?
My homegirl is Annabelle.
Okay. It's at a house or an apartment or a motel?
It's a motel.
Motel? Which motel?
It's called, I think, what is it? Right there off of Lancaster and Beach. Motel 6, right there. a Motel 6 right
By the
there.
freeway?
And there's an Impress Inn or some bullshit like that. Sorry.
You know what room she's in?
No.
Okay. When did you take it there?
I don't know what room number, but yeah.
When did you take it there?
I just had the little motherfucking purse. I gave her that purse on the cool.
What kind of purse is it?
A Dooney and Burke.
Okay. Was there any money in it?
Nothing.
Was there any credit cards?
Nothing.
Okay.
She's a dolphin herself.
So, when did you take it over there?
The purse?
Yes.
I took it over there, whenever my homegirl got her room later on, and I was like, and I wanted somewhere to chill and just sit down, and she was like, come over here.
All right,
and
so after you leave there, that's when he jumps in. Okay, so when you jump in the car, who jumps in the driver's seat?
When I jump in the car, who jumps in the driver's seat?
In the Ford.
When we take off from the room?
Yes.
I want to say, me or Trevino was driving. I can't remember. Because...
Well, you got to be honest.
I'm trying to think. That's why I'm trying to think. You got to understand. I was on the Xanax bars.
Okay,
I do forget, but everything that I'm telling you...
You're going to remember speeding out of there or just driving out of there pretty calm. You're going to remember if you're the one driving or not.
Right. But it's like I remember, you know what I'm saying, different little parts.
Just be honest. Were you driving?
I am being honest.
Okay.
I think I was driving. Cool, but I do remember, look, I remember I told you he hopped out the car, him and Angel, and
I'm talking about when you first come out of the apartment.
That's what I'm saying.
Who jumps in the driver's seat?
You mean the hotel, right?
Yes.
Me or Trevino.
Okay, who's in the front passenger?
Me or Trevino. Me and Trevino are either in the driver or in the passenger seat.
And who's sitting behind the driver?
Keandre and who's sitting behind the driver is Angel.
Okay, and then you guys pull out, and then Keandre's sitting behind the passenger?
Keandre's sitting behind the passenger, yes.
Okay, and then you guys pull out of there, and then where do you go from there? You're just driving through the neighborhood, is that what you said?
Yes, and I don't know the neighborhood, so he's telling me, no, go this way, go that way, I think. And or one of us is fucking driving, I honestly don't remember. I just remember swinging through his hood, like driving stupid through his hood. He stopped at the house, he stopped in the middle of the street, and fucking hopped off the car, and Angel followed him. That's when they were trying to run from me. Okay,
and then that's when you end up at this house, this two-story house?
Yes.
Where's this two-story house at?
Okay, this two-story house is, this two-story house is by, let's say, the stockyards, right?
Okay.
Okay, you know, I don't know if you know that tattoo shop that's right there at the corner in the stockyards?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that street coming like this, what street is that? Like it runs all the way down.
23rd.
Okay, 23rd. 23rd, you're going to come to a stop. There's a gas station, right? Yes, there's a gas station, and there was a Mexican food place right here across the street.
Okay.
That street right here, that stop sign.
Oh, you're talking about 25th.
You're going to take a left.
Okay.
You're going to go down, all the way down, and it's a corner house, and there's 2 doors on this house. So it's like a duplex.
So you think he lives there, or he just went to try to get away there?
Yes, that's what he tried to do, was when he tried to run from me.
Alright, so did he run out of the car with the gun or without the gun?
He left the gun in the car the first time.
Okay, and that's when you go in, you get him to come down.
Yes.
Then y'all pile back in the car.
Yes.
Who drives the car away from there?
Who drives the car away from there is him.
Okay, and then where do y'all go from there?
We go get my car.
You go back to the motel.
Yes.
It's still parked in the same spot.
My car?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Is JC's car still there?
I want to say no.
You know where JC is at this point?
No, I don't know where JC was at this point.
Okay. So that's
But he is calling me about his gun.
Okay, so you get dropped off, you get in your car. Does Keandre get in the car with you?
No, Keandre goes... I think I'm driving by myself, and Keandre stays. Fuck. Alright, when we get there, I remember getting in my car. I was complaining about my car. Take me to my car, take me to my car. I got in. I think he let Keandre drive or Angel drive. I don't fucking remember, man, but I do remember at the end he let me and Keandre take my whip and Keandre take his car. And he was calling me, telling me that he was gonna get dropped off and that he would call me later, but that he had to get out of here.
But you don't remember how that happened? But Keandre ended up with the white Taurus.
It just fucking happened so fast that it's like jumping in and out of the car, like, you know what I'm saying? It was that type of shit. Like, I don't really honestly remember who was driving.
Okay, so
type of shit. It just happened so fast, man.
Keandre ended up with a white car and went to Tata's house and tried to get rid of it.
Yeah, no, he was using my phone calling Tata.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he leave the car at Tata's house?
Tata don't have a house.
Well, wherever. Where's Tata hang out or live?
They all they're basically, they sleep everywhere on the cool.
So where did he take the car to?
On the cool, he told me that he was gonna pick up a homeboy who knew what to do with the car.
Who's homeboy?
I'm not sure who his homeboy is.
Tata's friend or Keandre's homeboy?
I don't know, because whenever Tata was calling, when I got my phone back from Keandre, through the window I said, "Give my phone." Boom, he gave me my phone. I didn't call nobody. My phone was ringing, and it was JC complaining about his gun, and talking about his gun, and then I seen that Tata was calling, and when I answered, I read the messages, and it was saying, help me get rid of his car, and then I also got another phone call from Trevino, and that's when he said, "Where's my car?" I said, "I don't know, my nigga, you let, what's his name, take off in your car." He said, "I need my car. I'll meet you right here. My homeboy's on, you'll see my homeboy. He looks like this and this and this, and he's driving this, and he's on my way to go pick up my car."
Okay.
And I'm like, well, call Keandre, get a hold of Keandre, because I'm like, I don't got your fucking car.
Okay. So...
And after that, I remember Tata kept calling, telling me, I'm right here, on the block with your car. I mean, on the block, on the bike, on a stolen bike, motorcycle.
Who was Tata?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Saying that he was trying to meet up with me. And I'm like, you talking about Keandre? He's like, well, I'm trying to help you get rid of the car. I'm like, okay, well, Keandre's in that car. And he just gave me my phone, you know what I'm saying? All his phone.
And that car is Trevino's, or is that your car?
What car?
The white Taurus.
That's Trevino's car.
You never owned that car?
No, that's not my car at all.
All right, so where do you lay your head down last night?
Where I lay my head down?
Yeah, where do you go to sleep?
My house.
At your house on Fairlane?
Yes.
Okay. Have you talked, after all this happened, after the cars get whatever, do you talk to Keandre the rest of that night, last night?
No.
Does he tell you that we went to his house, or to a house that he was at?
He did tell me something like that.
Okay, well, what did he tell you?
He just told me that y'all took his speaker.
His speaker?
Yeah.
Okay. Where was the speaker at?
I don't even know what fucking speaker he's talking about. I know he did have some big fucking, you know what? He did have a big speaker.
Where did he get it?
Fuck.
He's in your car, so you would know where he got the speaker from.
He wasn't in my car, sir.
Well, right after the robbery he was, or the murder.
Yeah, I don't know where he got the speaker, but I was actually arguing with him about the speaker. I was like, give me the speaker, I want it.
When was that?
Whenever, we were driving and fucking, we all got back in the car. I think he had the speaker.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
So you wanted it and y'all were arguing over it?
I was like, well, I want the speaker. I was like, I'll give you $20 for it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, no, hell no, hell no.
What does the speaker look like?
Is it big? About this big?
I don't know. You're the one that's
I
telling
think it had lights.
You know what brand?
I don't know what brand, but it was like maybe about this tall. It had a little circle speaker and another circle speaker.
So if it's not in the Taurus when y'all go to the motel, and now it's in the Taurus, then where did it come from?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know where the fucking speaker came from. I was even arguing with him. Telling him, where the fuck did you get that speaker from?
Okay.
And he's all like, man, nigga, I got this speaker whenever you ran in the house trying to look for that nigga. Okay, he was all like...
That's fine. So this morning, I guess you get up, right?
Yes.
Okay, do you meet back up with Keandre?
I go looking for Keandre.
Okay, where do you go looking?
At the house I went to.
Okay, which is where?
On Knox.
On Knox? What on Knox?
That house that, I don't know, because his friend Big Josh told me that.
You went looking for him, and what happened? Was he there?
Actually, I didn't go looking for him. My friend, the girl that was with me,
mm-hmm.
She said that her friend left her clothes at some house. I mean, at that house. And my friend was like, I need my clothes, and my son's clothes are in there, you know what I'm saying? And that girl was like, oh, I left them at that house that they be at right there on Knox, which is Big Josh's house. which is their friend.
Big Josh. What's Josh look like?
Big dude. Big, like, tall, wise, heavy set.
Is he related to the other Josh? Your other friend Josh?
No.
Do they hang out together?
We're not family. We only call each other cousins because of we.
Do the two Joshes hang out together?
Mm-mm.
Do they know each other?
Yeah, they know each other.
Okay. So then you end up picking up with Keandre at some point today, right?
Yeah, he gets in my back.
We'll pick him up.
At Big Josh's.
What time?
Right whenever that happened.
Right before?
Yep.
Okay, and then your friend's in the front seat with you?
Yes.
Okay.
And I pull up only because of the clothes.
So when you pull up, who are you talking to there?
Well, I blow the horn.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody opens it. Rose comes out, a prostitute.
Okay.
She comes out. Oh, I go knock on the door. And she opens the door. At first she opened it like this. She closed it. I'm like, somebody's here. I turn on the radio, get off, and I go knock. And I'm like, Big Josh. And knock again. She finally opens it. And it's Rose. I'm like, where's Big Josh at? And then she's all like, in the back. I'm like, okay. And then that's whenever I'm like, can you call him? She's all like, for what? I'm like, because my homegirl says her homegirl left the clothes here and her little boy's clothes were in there. She takes her son. She's like, oh, okay. So she walks to the backyard. I get back in my car. My friend's like, are they here? I'm like, she's like, is he here? I'm like, yeah. She goes, calls Big Josh. And then Big Josh comes to the front.
Is he wearing red, like a red sweatshirt?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
And then what happens after that?
And then I tell him, where's Keandre? He's like, in the back. And I'm like, well, go call him. You know what I'm saying? Why? You know what I'm saying? Why he ain't been? Because, Keandre had turned off his phone. He wasn't answering me at all. I was calling him. He wasn't answering me.
Mm-hmm.
He had turned off his phone for a long time. And then I was like, go call him then. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So he walks to the back. He goes, Keandre. He calls the name. Keandre can walk into the front. I'm like, what's up? He's like, nothing. I was like, why you looking like that? He's like what? And I'm like, why weren't you answering your phone? You know what I'm saying? And then he's like, oh, like he, I don't know. And then Big Josh told me before Keandre walked up, I don't know, he's acting kind of weird. He told me like that.
Okay, so then he gets in the car
I guess
with
he's
you?
just nervous, like, about he's just all, fucked up about the whole situation, I think.
So then he gets in the car with you?
Yeah, he gets in.
Where y'all going?
Where was I going? I was going to go meet a friend of mine, who, was going to go buy me something to eat.
Okay. So I guess police coming behind you?
No, actually I turned and I seen the police at the block,
Mm-hmm.
and I turned and then...
So what happens to Keandre?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm driving, and then Keandre's telling me to speed it up, and I'm like, why, nigga? There's nobody behind me, you know what I'm saying? I was like, why are you tripping for, fool? Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, I didn't do nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do I gotta speed up, you know what I'm saying? If on the cool, if they catch up to me, they catch up to me. I have nothing to hide, you know what I'm saying? I was like, so shit, if anything, you know what I'm saying? I'm driving, he starts hitting my seat. Speed the fuck up, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I said, say, nigga, so I stopped. He was like, matter of fact, let me out the motherfucking car. I was like, no, nigga, what the fuck? He was like, let me, and he hit the city and boom, he's like, let me out the motherfucking car. So I said, stop, put it on brake, and I'm like, I didn't put it on brake, I just stopped. He opened the door, he was like, fucking stupid ass bitch, and just slammed shut at my door and took off running. And I was like, what the fuck? And as soon as I looked at my yard behind me, and I'm like, oh shit.
What was he wearing?
Keandre was wearing, I think, I want to say he was wearing all black, or that blue, and I always see him in the same thing. He's always wearing a blue Jordan, a royal blue and white Jordan sweater, or all black.
What were y'all throwing out when the police were behind y'all?
Fucking, I don't know what Keandre threw out. On the cool, I don't know what he had on him because I had just picked him up. I didn't throw out nothing.
What, did your friend throw anything?
I don't know. I don't think she did. She don't have nothing. We didn't have anything. The only thing I had, to be honest, sir, was a roach.
Josh?
And a black mom.
What'd you do with all that?
That stayed in my car.
Still in there?
Yeah, a little bitty roach like this.
Josh, not Big Josh, but the other Josh, the one that appears to be homosexual, or is homosexual. Was he at that house today?
Yes.
Okay. He was up at your window talking to you too?
Yes.
What was he telling you?
He was telling me that he had came over here.
Okay.
Telling me that, just a whole bunch of shit, basically, like, I was like, what do you, he was just telling me shit, and I'm like, okay. I was like, if anything, you know what I'm saying, I was like, if anything, you know what I'm saying, I told him, I was like, if anything, you know what I'm saying, I was there, nigga, and yeah, but at the same time, I don't have nothing to hide, you know what I'm saying, but if I was saying, if Vanessa still has a problem with me, it ain't shit for me to fucking go to her house right now and confront her face to face. Like, I mean, what's up? What's wrong with me? What's going on between me and you?
So if you had her purse, why didn't you just take it to her?
I didn't have the purse at the time, remember? I'm telling you that I left it at the room.
Mm-hmm.
That was before.
Alright. You got enough for this other stuff?
Let's take a break. I got some better stuff out there.
Okay. I'll tell you what, we've been going for a minute, and it's kind of warm in here. Our AC is not working.
Mm-hmm.
You need restroom or water? You need cold water?
Yes, please.
Alright, we're going to open this door.
If you don't mind me.
I think she's still out there.
Oh.
You don't need the restroom or anything?
No, please have some water, Phil.
Yeah. Should we just let her stand right here since it's warm, or just close the door? We're going to just leave this kind of cracked to get some air in here, okay? But we'll be right outside the door here.
Yes, sir.
This is a Crime Circus presentation.
Still good?
Sure.
You still good?
Yes.
All right, Cassandra, a couple things we need to do. One is, obviously we have your car. It's down at the auto pound. We want to go through it, so we want your permission to go through it. So is that cool? So what we have here is a consent form. It basically, I'll read it to you. It says you're giving us permission to go through it.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Mm-hmm. Like, go through it like...
Just search it, basically.
Oh. That's fine.
All right. So I'm going to read it here. I'll put your name here. I, Cassandra Garcia, have been informed by the Texas peace officer who has served me with this document that I have the right to refuse the officer or any other officer permission to conduct a search of the premises mentioned in this document, which are under my control. I understand that should I refuse to consent, I have the right to be free from a search of these premises by a Texas peace officer in the absence of a search warrant. I understand that these rights are afforded to me both under the Constitution of the state of Texas and by the United States Constitution. Nonetheless, I hereby voluntarily waive and surrender these rights and give my permission to the following officer, which would be me, Detective J. Cedillo, along with any assisting officers to conduct a complete search of the premises building and cartilage located at 2500 Brennan, which is the auto pound. And then here I further consent to a search of any and all vehicles under my control located at 2500 Brennan, and then you'll initial there. You cool? You understand all that? Honestly, because it's a part of a homicide investigation, it's going to be a minute. Okay, but
would I have to pay?
Well, there's sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, depending on how involved it is. Is that car paid off?
Yeah, I just bought it cash.
Just bought it. What year is it?
On it.
What year is it?
2000.
Is it in your name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I just got out of prison. I got me a car so I could give me a job.
You just got out of prison, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just discharged off parole.
So let's deal with this first, and then we'll cross those bridges later. Is that cool?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you understand all this, and you're cool with me.
Can I will be able to get in contact with you, though, right? Like,
yeah, I'll give you a
my
card.
car and stuff like that. I was gonna tell you, if there's anything that you need to ask me or anything, else,
that I need from you?
Yes.
Okay.
You're always welcome to call me. I just, the biggest thing I'm scared of is that this will get back to them type of people.
Okay, well, like I said,
I know.
As soon as we get done with you, we're going to start looking for them.
Okay.
Okay? All right,
but, so my name won't be, out there, so then...
Here's the deal, is that obviously we've talked to at least 7 or 8 people prior to talking to you.
Okay.
And you didn't see me come in here and tell you what they said, did I?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Because obviously we knew about you
Right.
from the very beginning. So I'm not sitting here telling you, well, so-and-so told me about you. I didn't do that.
Okay.
So I'm not going to go tell these guys, well, Cassandra told me about you guys.
Right.
We have ways of getting to people.
Okay.
Guys like that run their mouth.
Right.
So I'm sure there's matter of time.
I know my cousin, I already know.
Matter of time somebody calls and says, hey, you know, so-and-so saying that they did this, and then we'll just get to them.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
All right, so if you're cool with this consent form I just read you, fill in your name there, initial there.
I can't believe I'm fucking Carlos, bro. This is crazy. Okay, you said wait. Right here, right?
Fill in your name. Yes, fill in your name.
Okay.
And then initial there. And then sign your name there. What were you in prison for? I hadn't even looked at your information.
I went to prison for burglary.
How long did you do?
I did the first time I went to prison for burglary and possession, and I did 11 months on the two. The second time I went for an 8-month state jail charge on a possession under a gram.
All right. So we've done that. The other thing is we have your cell phone.
Right.
Obviously, you know, that's important to us. So we'd like to go through that as well.
Okay, that's fine, but oh my God.
And I know that a lot of people sometimes are concerned that, you know, you're going to find, like, you know, I don't know, nudity, you're going to find...
Oh, I don't care.
Dope stuff.
I mean,
again, we're homicide detectives. People talk about dope all the time, and we don't go out and charge people for dope.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
So our job is to basically do a thorough investigation, and if there's anything on the phone related to this that may help us on other people, it's very important to us right now.
Okay, that's understandable, but I understand. I just want to tell you that, I don't have any, oh, yes, I do. No, I'm kidding. But, guns and stuff like that, I do have pictures of guns and stuff like that.
Okay.
For the simple fact that I do have homeboys that, have guns, and my other homeboys be like, hey, you got any pistols for sale? Let me find out. Oh, you got the one of these? Send me a picture of it, type shit.
Okay, cool.
But, as far as the Robert Trevino guy, he's actually on my messenger.
Okay, and that's going to be helpful
Robert
for
Trevino,
us.
boom, look him up, and that's his profile.
Okay.
And his picture and everything's right there.
So that's very helpful to us, and that's why it's important for us to get you to basically allow us to go through your phone. Okay. So I'm going to put in here, I, again, Cassandra, have been advised of my rights not to have a search made of the computers and or devices herein after described without a search warrant or court order, and of my rights to refuse to consent to such a search, and without any promises or compulsions of any kind, hereby authorize and give consent to the Digital Forensics Lab of the Fort Worth Police Department. Digital Forensics Lab is basically the experts upstairs that are the ones that do all this downloading crap, because I don't understand how to do it. They're the ones that
When do I
download
get to
it.
get my phone back?
As soon as we're done. Sometimes it's the next day, sometimes it's a few days. It just depends, okay?
So I'm phoneless and cardless now?
Yeah, I'm sorry. So that's who they are, or their agents, or assigned to conduct a full and complete search of my cell phone, SIM card, and or other devices located at, it's going to be here, 350 westbound now.
Fuck. Wait, you just need the phone, right?
Yeah.
Just not the number, right?
Just whatever's in the phone.
Okay,
That's
so
important.
I can go ahead and just get my number to another phone?
Yeah, you can switch, you can shut the service off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's up to you. I mean, we hopefully, you know, it just depends on what's on it. If it's on,
yeah, that doesn't matter. I don't care. That,
Yeah, we just need the phone.
Yeah, okay.
And then here, the rest of this is, I further understand that removal from the aforementioned premises is necessary to fully conduct a search, and the equipment will be taken to the Fort Worth Police Department Digital Forensics Lab, which is upstairs. The officers are authorized by me to search any and all cell phones, SIM cards, and or devices, including removable storage. I understand that I may withdraw my consent at any time by calling the Digital Forensics Lab, which is not true, because I'm going to give you my card. You can call me. I voluntarily agreed to provide my handset or SIM card. Do you have a password on that phone? Is there a code or anything? In addition, this information may include, but is not limited to, contacts, call logs, SMS messages, MMS messages, photos, pictures, audio, voicemail accessible by the cell phone, or any other data found or stored in the cell phone, SIM card, or medium. If you agree to that, again, fill in your name there and then sign here.
I was going to tell you, I didn't give you one address that I think would be very helpful too, that he is, or is that?
Who's he?
Trevino.
Okay. What address is that?
Oh, I just know the street.
What street is it?
It's right here down the street, by Sonic.
Okay.
You know where Sonic is at, right? What's that street that runs behind Sonic?
Is it Bluff?
I want to say it is. I think
There's Bluff,
it's
there's
a street
Nichols, there's
right
several.
behind Sonic. It's straight, like right behind Sonic.
Like if you're leaving here, you pass Sonic and the one right behind it?
Yes.
And it's going to be on the...
Let's say if you're leaving here, boom, here's Sonic in the gas station. You know how you can turn in the back? You're going to go straight past the first stop sign. Go straight. The second stop sign, you're going to take a left, and it's the third house.
Third house on the right or left?
Right, left.
On the
Third
left.
house on the left.
Okay.
You can take it left, and then it's the third house on the left.
Whose house is that?
That's the big mama's house.
Okay.
And they actually, her mom lives there, and she pushes a shitload of weight.
Like,
Meth.
sorry, when you say a shitload, what are we talking about, like pounds and stuff?
Ounces and ounces and ounces.
Who's the mom?
Her name is Sylvia.
Sylvia? What's her last name?
I don't know. All I know is they call her mom, but I know her name is Sylvia.
How old is she?
She's about maybe late 40s.
And, you know what Sylvia drives?
A black monocle.
What's the color of the house? What does it look like? Is it a nice house?
I'll beat it up.
All beat up.
It got some little stairs, and then it got a fence right here with a big old dog in it.
Where do
But
they
the dogs keep it.
Where do they keep the stuff in there?
Every time I go in there, I go over there with, I've been over there a few times with my cousin Tito, and then I've been over there a few times with Rob. And every time I go, they don't even lock the door to that house. We just walk in, and they do what they do, the transaction, and I just look. But I mean, she pulls it out of like a little jar thingy.
From the kitchen or what?
From her room. There's like 2-3 rooms in there.
Wow.
But as soon as you walk in, turn like this, and her room's the last one.
She live there with her husband or anything?
She's not married.
Just who lives with her?
Just her and the daughter.
The daughter.
And her other daughter.
All right, so we'll get to that in a minute. So sign there, and then date and time.
Okay.
It's 7:02. It's 7:03 p.m. And then I'm gonna witness this.
How are you gonna call me?
I'm gonna get a number for your mom or something.
Get my grandma's.
What's your grandma's number?
Yeah.
Who lives with you on Fairlane?
Who lives with me on Fairlane? Me, my grandma, my sister, my brother-in-law. They're married. They're 2 kids, and my 4 kids.
Oh, wow. All right, I know we've kind of covered some forms. There's another thing. This is the last thing that we need to cover as far as getting you to sign stuff. Obviously, we collected stuff there. What's very important to us is if anybody
Collected stuff where?
at the motel room, like items of evidence.
Yeah.
If there's anything as far as biological or DNA on the guy that was shot, that would be very helpful on who actually shot him. If anybody grabbed him, touched him, if he tussled with anybody. So basically, we would have DNA.
Right.
On his nails, on his hands, where if anybody grabbed him.
I don't think any of that stuff.
And you already told me that you didn't touch him, right? The other
No.
guy just went up and was the closest one to him.
Yeah, no one touched him.
So we're going to probably get DNA off of him, whether it's, Keandre's or Angel's or Robert. You said you didn't touch him, so you shouldn't have anything to worry about.
Yeah, nobody touched him at all.
But having said that, what we need is if we get DNA that doesn't belong to him, it belongs to an unknown person, we need to compare it to the people that were involved in this, okay?
Okay.
So we need a sample of your DNA, okay? And
Mine DNA?
So we have a swab here. We'll swab your mouth and we'll put it in a little thing and we'll send it off to get your DNA. And if he's got DNA on him, if there's other DNA in that room, then we want to compare it to your DNA.
That's fine.
Okay,
I'm just saying, when are you going to capture this guy? Because, I just feel like...
Well, we're not going to worry about DNA. We're going after him based on what we already know. We're not worrying about that right now. We're going to go get him and then we'll try to get his DNA later. Okay?
I'm just saying, now that I just let you know everything, I really feel, well, I would feel a lot safer if he's just gone sometime soon.
Well, we're going to go after him tonight.
Because, goddamn, I'm going through all of this for something that I, tried to stop.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I hear you.
And, that's why I have no problem with telling you everything. And I'm trying as much as I can to be completely honest. I am honest with you. I'm being completely honest with you.
Okay.
It's just I do pop Xanax bars, and when I'm on Xanax bars, I fucking it's like you're in and out. You see what I'm saying? So it was hard for me to remember.
Mm-hmm.
But I tried to remember everything that happened today.
All right, so
I hope I was very helpful.
Yeah, you gave us plenty. So here's another form that I'll read you. It's going to say, I, Cassandra Garcia, been informed by Detective Cedillo of my constitutional right not to have an intrusion made into my body for the purpose of conducting a buccal test comparison, knowing of my lawful right to consent to such an intrusion. I willingly give my permission to any qualified person to make such intrusion and withdraw sufficient quantity of buccal cheek cells with which to perform any necessary analysis. I give this written permission for a buccal cheek test to the above officer voluntarily and without any threats or promises of any kind. Basically, it's a Q-tip swab the inside of each side of the cheek. I don't know if you ever had that done before, for like DNA or paternity stuff. So if you're cool with this, again, put your name in there, and then I'll put my name there.
Sir, where's my friend? She's not nowhere right here.
If she's still in the building, she'd be up front, where we first came in.
Okay. No, I just would hate for her to hear.
And then,
I just told you.
No, she's not listening. Sign there. Right. The time.
Again,
Yeah, sorry. It's 7:07 p.m.
7:07, and the date is
4/18.
4/18.
And then I'm going to put at 350 westbound at. Oh, you were saying that you may or may not have a baby with somebody. Are you pregnant right now? Oh, but is there, a question about a baby, whether who's the dad? Because I thought you were talking about, like, Vanessa's, like, y'all have...
Yeah, that's why we fell off, because of the fact that I was possibly pregnant by her. Could be possibly pregnant by her.
So were you pregnant or not?
I already had my kid. But
you don't know who the daddy is?
No, yes, I found out his daddy.
So it is him?
No, it's not him.
But she's still upset about all that?
Yes, because we were friends.
Did y'all grow up together?
We grew up in the same neighborhood, but we've never,
Did y'all go to school together or anything?
No.
She's older or younger?
She's 25, I think. I'm 24, I think she's 25 or 26.
All right, just open up. I'm going to rub the inside of your mouth 7 times, cheek, okay?
I wonder if I could still pay the $200.
For what?
For my car. I don't know if I'm ever going to get my car back, is what I'm like, but...
We don't have a trash can.
Huh?
We don't have a trash can in here. Sorry. All right, a couple more things. Some of the people that we talked about, I think we know who all we're talking about here, so there's some stuff I'm going to show you. long have you known Keandre?
I met Keandre not very long.
For a while?
I want to say for about maybe going on about 6-9 years.
Okay. What about like JC?
JC, I've been knowing him for about 2
years.
Not long either. I met him through a cousin of mine.
And
Another cousin.
okay. All right, so.
But to be like, JC has nothing to do with what happened.
No, I understand.
I'm just saying the gun was his own.
And you still haven't remember the brand?
He had told me a long time ago, as I knew he had a gun, because he had told me a long time ago what it was, but I forgot, man. I forgot what it was.
Okay.
I just know it was a solid black line. Yes.
What's that? All right, just initial here. That's Keandre. Just initial there.
I'm sorry.
Do you know if he's wanted right now?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Put my initials and put the date. 3/4 of 18 at. What's wrong?
No, it's just, I know I'm doing the right thing, you know.
You are doing the right thing. They put you in this situation, right?
I know.
So I'll put this as Keandre, right?
Yes.
That's CG in there?
Yeah.
All right, who's this guy?
That's JC.
Okay. Initial there on his shoulder, where the white is. Yeah, it doesn't write very well.
Oh man, he's just a friend of mine. Like, he won't hear nothing about my name, right?
No, we just want to figure out who all these people are that we're talking about here.
Okay.
All right. Who's this guy?
He looks like an angel. But I guess, I mean, he looks different in that picture.
So, does it look like him or not?
That's Angel.
You sure?
Yeah. He just looks different. Why's he got a cut on his face?
I don't know how old that is.
That's a mugshot picture?
This is a picture we got.
I mean, because he looks different on the cool, but that's him.
You recognize him, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Initial.
So, initial there, top, if you can, if that writes. Let me get you hang on a second, let me get you a marker. Just initial there again, sorry, it's a better marker. All right.
So you said it won't be, like, you're just going to go, okay, look at the car, boom, whenever you look at it, you'll release my car back to me, right?
Yep, depending on what we find, we may be able to give it to you right away, or it's going to be a minute.
Okay.
Okay? Who's that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
That's Robert.
Robert, you also referred to him at times as Trevino?
Mm-hmm.
You say he was tatted up all in his head, too, as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell, but you can kind of see it through the hair.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Initial top.
Man, this feels weird because I'm with these people, like, you know.
So that's Robert?
Yeah.
And then you said, yeah.
Yes, he pulled the trigger, yes. Yes, it was him.
This is him that did what?
He pulled the trigger on the guy. He's the one who shot him while he was laying there.
Alright. Alright, that's all we got there. Alright, I appreciate you giving us what you've given us to this point, Cassandra. But, like I was telling you, we've been doing this job for a long time. Okay,
Yeah.
We've been doing this for 20
Yeah.
years. We've been in homicide detectives for about 7.
Yeah.
We've dealt with a lot of people that have sat in the same chair that you're sitting in right now. Okay, and I know that you're concerned, you're scared, you're frightened, probably lots of things that you
Yeah.
know, and it's understandable that you're trying to minimize exactly what you did. Okay,
Yeah.
and I'm here to tell you that we have talked to everybody in that room except for the guy that was murdered, obviously. And there was at least 4 or 5 people that were in that room.
I thought so.
Yeah, there's several. So we've talked to all of them. All their stories are for the most part consistent about what happened,
And
about everybody's actions. Listen to me, about
Yes,
everybody's
sir.
actions. And not only that, their stories consistent with surveillance video. That there's cameras all over that place.
Yeah.
Okay, so your story doesn't match 100% with, first of all, surveillance.
Okay.
Hang on, listen to me. I'll let you
Okay.
talk a minute. So your story doesn't match 100% with what surveillance is showing.
Okay.
And again, your story doesn't match 100% with what the people are telling me your actions were.
Okay.
I can tell you that you have confirmed, and they had confirmed, that you're not the trigger person. You're not the
Okay.
trigger man, trigger woman, whatever.
Yes.
Okay, so I know that. Okay, and I believe you.
Okay, yes.
Okay, because you've told me that, and they've told me that,
Yes,
and
sir.
there's no reason why they would lie to me. Okay,
Yes, sir.
they've talked about who did it. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so it's hard for me to believe your story when you're not being 100% about the other stuff. Okay, and then listen to me. Okay, this is very important.
Okay.
Okay, because I got to believe you.
Okay.
I know that you had a gun, and don't say you didn't.
Okay.
You went in with a gun, you pointed a gun at people, and you started getting stuff. Okay? So don't sit here and lie to me, and we're not going to talk about the Xanax because you were in your right mind for the majority, 99.9 of that time. Okay? So did you have a gun, yes or no?
I think I did have my gun.
Okay.
Yes.
And people have described it.
Me and Keandre were swapping out the gun. He asked for it.
Okay, we're talking about when you first go in.
Yeah, I went in with it.
Okay, what kind of gun did you have?
A blue one. And I gave it to him after.
Okay.
See, but Keandre has stolen that gun several times from me.
You said he stole the pink one.
No, I said the blue one.
Okay, well, did you have a pink one?
That one was the one Angel or one of them. Angel had.
Okay, so what color gun did you have when you went in?
A blue one.
Okay, so you had a blue one. Did Keandre have a gun when he went in? The first time, initially.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I know they borrowed old boy's gun, boom, passed it to him. And then Angel had...
Because we're clear that Trevino had a gun.
Yeah.
We know that you had a gun, right?
I don't know if Trevino ended up having the gun or Keandre had the pink one. One of them had the pink
Okay,
one.
well, the trigger man obviously had a gun, right?
Who?
The guy that pulled the trigger, Trevino.
Yes.
Okay, so he had a gun. You're now being truthful that you had a gun.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what color was your gun?
I told you blue.
Blue. And is that the 380?
They're both 380s.
Okay, so you had a 380, right?
The pink and the blue one are both 380s.
Okay. Did the pink one make its way into that room somehow?
I don't fucking know. I don't fucking remember, man.
Well, you said Angel had a gun.
He did.
Okay, did he have the pink one or
I
not?
swapped with, Keandre was like, let me see the gun, and I remember giving it to him. But I don't
Where
remember
did you
if
give him the gun?
Keandre or Angel walked in with the pink one.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Okay. So you walked in with the blue one. Trevino walked in with the 9. They ended up getting this guy killed, right? The gun that was used.
Yes.
And then Keandre may have had the pink one.
One of them had that pink one.
Or
Yeah.
Angel had the pink one.
One of them had it. One of them had the pink one. I'm not sure.
Okay, but we're talking about 3 guns total, right?
I want to say 3, yeah.
Okay, so the blue one, the pink one, and the 9.
Yes, but I just walked in there with it, and Keandre snatched it from me.
Well,
And that's whenever I gave him the
I'm going to stop you,
gun.
Vanessa, because I don't want to have you dig yourself a hole and then we can't get out of it, okay?
Yes, sir,
we know from talking to people that you went in and you were pointing it at people, okay? So you didn't right away hand it off to Keandre. You were pointing it at people.
Okay, yes.
Okay, who did you point it at?
I don't remember, honestly,
You remember
sir.
pointing it at Vanessa?
I honestly don't remember on the call.
Okay.
I mean, I remember who I pointed it. I probably did. I think, you know what, you're right, I did point it.
Okay.
And I did point it. I don't think I pointed at Vanessa, though.
Well, who did you point it at? One of the other people?
I think the guy, the Mexican guy.
Okay. And what did you start grabbing?
Bullshit, I think a phone.
From who?
What was that guy? The other guy.
Which other
There was another guy in there. I
Well,
think.
there's a couple guys.
There was a couple guys. It was Mexican. The one who opened the door, I think.
So you grabbed his phone? Okay. What'd you do with that phone? Be honest.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, I fucking just threw them all away, and then whenever I was in the car with Keandre, whenever we were coming back, he was fucking getting shit from me, and I'm like, where's that thing? Where's the phone that I got? And he's all like, I got it. And I'm like, well, give it back to me, I got that phone. And he was like, no, I'm keeping it. So he
What kind of phone was
burned
it?
off with all types of fucking shit.
What kind of phone was it?
It was an iPhone, another fucking phone, like a girly phone.
Okay. So you grabbed the iPhone. Did you grab the girly phone too?
Yes.
Okay. From a girl?
I think it
I'm
was in
assuming?
Vanessa's purse.
Okay. So you grabbed it from the phone. And what kind of phone did Vanessa have?
This is a Crime Circus presentation.
It was a cracked screen one, I think.
Okay. What else was in Vanessa's purse that you kept?
Nothing.
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 Okay. So
That's all I grabbed was their phone.
were you telling the other guys that went in with you, were you telling them do this and do that and grab their shit and grab their stuff?
No, that was Trevino.
Trevino was giving orders?
Yes.
Okay.
But I do understand if they're telling you that I did it for the simple fact that me and Vanessa have been on bad terms.
So y'all were going at it?
We've been going at it.
Yeah, but inside the room. Y'all were kind of yelling and screaming at each other.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm yelling at her, telling her shut the fuck up, and she's like, nah, fuck you, like that.
Okay.
We've been
What was her
beefing
purse
with
when
each
you
other.
grabbed it? Where was it at?
I didn't grab it. I think Trevino grabbed it and gave it to me, or snatched it from her and gave it to me. I don't remember, man. I know that I do have her purse, so I did get her purse somehow.
And you ran out with it?
And I do have I did snatch somebody for their phone, the other phone. That was it.
Yeah.
I stood there.
Did you ever?
And then Keandre got my gun, and then he tried to, he got what he got.
Okay, so Keandre grabbed your gun from you then? Inside? Now here's the deal. Keandre's got his own problems, but I don't want you putting more problems on Keandre if he didn't grab your gun. You already admitted to having the gun, so
Yeah,
why are
I
you
did.
trying to put it on somebody else?
No, but
if
I'm
Keandre
saying
didn't
because
grab that gun from you in that room, don't put it on Keandre. He's got his own issues already.
I know that.
Okay,
Sir.
so did he grab the gun from you, yes or no, in the room?
Yeah, he grabbed my gun from
So
me.
you had just handed over your gun to him?
Yeah, he kind of just let me see the gun, cuz, and grabbed it, and then I'm pretty sure I
don't want you to be pretty sure. I want you to be 100%.
I'm trying. I mean, goddamn, I'm trying to tell you everything that I know.
Okay.
I'm trying, goddamn, I'm telling you, you know, the shit that I'm doing, man. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. That's why I want to believe you. If you're going to admit to that, I should believe you on the rest, right? Because that's very.
I mean, I really
that is
hope you
something
do,
hard
because
for you to admit is having a gun, and you just did that.
It really is.
Okay.
It really is.
But you didn't pull the trigger, right?
No, I didn't.
Did you try shooting your gun and it just didn't go off?
No, I know.
Okay.
Because
Was it loaded? Be honest.
Yes, it had the clip in there.
Okay. Did you have one in the chamber?
No.
Okay.
It did not.
All right.
No, it did not, because I wasn't. That was not my plan. I didn't plan nothing like that to go in there and hurt anybody.
And here's the other thing, and I appreciate you being honest. That goes a long way right now, okay? But you better continue to be honest with me.
I will,
okay?
man. I promise.
Where is that pink gun right now?
That pink gun? I have no idea where that pink gun is at.
Okay, I don't believe that.
I don't. Sir, I don't know where the pink gun is.
Is it at your house on Fairlane? Because it's very easy for us to go there.
My blue one is.
Okay. Where at in your house?
My blue gun. I have my blue gun.
Where is
my
it?
pink one, I don't know where the pink one's at.
Where
The
is
last time I seen the pink one, the pink gun is broke.
Okay. So where is it broke at?
I don't know. The last time I seen it, I remember they were struggling. The top piece came off and all this other shit. The barrel, the little spring, all that came out of it the last time I had seen it.
Okay. So where did you last see it?
that's whenever I put it together. And then fucking Angel and Keandra ended up with it. After that, I haven't, honestly, I don't know where that pink gun is
So
at.
where's the blue one at? At your house?
Yeah, I have that blue gun.
Where at in the house?
Stash.
Okay, where's the stash?
It's spot.
The thing is, I don't want to have to go. We're going to go get that gun, and I don't want to have to go through the entire house to find the gun.
No, I'll give you the gun.
Where is the gun?
I'll give you the gun.
Where is it?
It's in my room.
Where at in your room?
At the top of my thing. At the very top of my shelf. I have a very
dresser.
All the way up there.
Okay, and it's sitting up there.
Yes.
Okay, is that that's the 382, right? Okay. When you guys leave the room, you explain to me again who drove away from that motel?
When we left, it was either me or Trina.
Okay. You don't remember exactly? Okay. All right. That's pretty big, and I appreciate it. All right. Here's another situation I have.
Sir, man, look. My intentions were never. All this went wrong.
All right.
My intentions were never to go in there and hurt anybody.
I don't think your intention was going there to kill anybody.
Exactly, man.
But your intention was going there to rob people, right?
Not even to rob, for the simple fact that me and Vanessa, we go a long fucking way. We've been through so much, and she'll tell you herself, man. Me and that girl have been through so much. I can pull up on her right now and tell her, like, apologize to her and tell her, and she's always been that friend to fucking accept my apology and be like, my nigga, at the end of the day, you still know that I love you. And that's the type of relationship that we have. You know what I'm saying? But as far as what homeboy did, like, that's why whenever he ran out the room, I stood there in shock, because I'm like, nigga, this was not supposed to happen. And Vanessa looked at me like she knew, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I mean, you know what I'm saying? She's like, damn, fool, why, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now look what I have to deal with, you know what I'm saying? But now, I mean, she knows I was, never mind, she was not supposed to go down like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But me fucking with a nigga that I don't even know him like that, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know he would really do some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and at that, he's fucking forcing me to fucking get off and go in, basically making me go off and go in there with him. Okay. Because supposedly I'm the one that can open the door. Okay. How? If Vanessa are not even talking.
Cassandra, here's the other problem that I have is that I'm telling you there's video of you guys pulling up in that parking lot.
Yeah.
And at no point does Keandre go and try to get his phone and come back.
No?
No.
I swear.
The only time that you guys approach that room is when you go do the robbery.
What the fuck?
Okay. So we got a problem right there.
Yeah, we do. Okay.
Keandre never goes to that room. He never comes back to the car.
Okay, listen. Okay. Mr. What's your name again? I forgot.
Mr.
Cedillo. I swear that's the whole reason why we went over there.
Here's the other piece of the story. I'm going to tell you. Josh was in here yesterday.
Okay, yeah. Okay? I know,
he told us everything.
I know. That's my cousin. That's Josh. I know he's been working. Okay, yeah. I was trying to get on it too, but he never told me how.
So, was Josh involved in this? And be honest.
I don't know. Josh wasn't there.
Did Josh not tell you that Vanessa was in that room?
No.
Did he not tell you there was dope and money in that room?
No.
So if he's telling us that would be a lie?
Josh didn't tell me. I didn't talk to Josh that day. I talked to Josh, but not about that.
Okay, so he never told you that Vanessa was in there?
No, the one that told me was Keandre.
Because he went in there trying to get his phone. But yet on camera, we don't ever see him doing that.
Okay.
The only time he gets out of the car is when he's going up to rob the place with the three of you guys.
Man, me and Keandre pulled up to that place because we were there to get his phone. That's what he told me. That's what I remember. But I swear Keandre went in there, came out, and told me what was going on.
When we go through your phones, there's not going to be any messages between you and Josh telling you that there's dope there. There's not going to be phone calls between you and Josh around the time that this happened.
No.
There's not going to be a message between you and JC talking about there's dope in that room.
I don't know. Not that I remember.
So the only time that you ever heard about dope being in that room is from Keandre.
Yes, that's it.
Okay. And when we talk to Keandre, he's going to tell us that he went and got his phone, saw dope and money, and then he came out and told y'all, if he's going to be honest.
Yes. Man, I wish he was here right now. I wish that we were all here right now. Like, fuck. I don't. So you're trying to tell me, like, basically, like, if I set this up?
And I'm not saying you set it up. I think Josh may have had something to do with it.
I don't recall talking to Josh at all.
Well, that's
that
just
night.
that's one of the possibilities.
Why would y'all say that, though?
Because Josh knew Vanessa.
I know, they're with each other. We're like this, all three of us, four of us. Me, Josh, Kiki, and Vanessa, we're like this.
Who's Kiki?
This one of our black friends. But she wasn't there. Kiki wasn't there.
The other question is, where is this 9mm that was used?
That's what I want to know.
That's what I want to know.
That's why I even, I even checked my car good and everything just to make sure that gun was nowhere near me. But whenever he jumped out the whip and ran in that house, I want to say that's what he did with that gun.
You want to say that, or you know that for sure?
I don't know that for sure, sir. Because when he got back in the car, that's whenever I said, we're driving back to my car. I said, where's that gun at? He said, oh, no, Angel said, where's that gun at, fool? He said, oh, don't worry about it. That whole gun, I done tossed it. Like that. So I'm like, okay. And that time, we're driving back in the Taurus. Because remember, we jumped in his car.
So right now, you're telling me you don't know where that gun is?
Man, right-handed gun. If I knew where that gun was, I would point you to that gun because his prints are all over that gun.
And you're telling me that JC had nothing to do with all this?
JC had nothing to do with this.
JC never told you Vanessa was in one
JC did not want to hand his gun over to them at all.
JC never told you what room Vanessa was in? Be honest.
Oh man, I'm so bad. I feel like I'm trying so hard, Mr. Dio, like for real. But honestly, I think I know Keandre was the one who fucking told me about.
We're talking about JC right now. Did JC yes or no tell you what room Vanessa was in? Because it's very strange that he pulls up and then he just hands a gun through a window for no reason.
Yeah, but I don't remember him telling me anything about Vanessa being there.
So what's his motivation for handing you a gun? Or handing those guys a gun? Because
the fact that they were begging him to let him borrow a gun because
Does he know
one of them
guys?
didn't want to. Yeah, he knows them through me. Not really, not like that. He's seen them before with me, but not like that. I mean, Trevino and Keandre, he knows Keandre good, well.
The other issue I have is that when you left that motel room in that car, your car also leaves.
Okay, which car did I get in?
You got in the Ford.
What Ford?
The Ford Taurus.
Okay, so who got in my car?
That's what I'm asking you. And I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to protect people here.
No, I'm really not, sir. I'm telling you, man.
So who drove away in your car? Because you don't go back to the motel and get your car.
I don't?
No, because the police are already there. Why would you go back there?
Look, man.
Here's the deal. You got to be honest. Who took your car from that parking lot?
Deal. Man, I don't know how else to tell you. I'm being honest with you, man.
You don't go back to that motel room and get your car.
But you got to remember, I'm fucked up off these bars, man. Like, I've done fucking bars, man. I'm not in my, you know what I'm saying? I'm not in my right state of mind. I'm trying to be honest with you, as honest as I can with you. But all I remember is, I do remember pulling up there and telling him to take me back to my car.
Well, your car is not there when we get there. Because we knew exactly what kind of car to look for.
And how the fuck did I get my car then?
That's what I'm asking you.
Because
if JC met up with you somewhere and brought you your car, then you just need to tell me that.
JC had his own car. JC was in his own car.
Mm-hmm. I know that.
So, man, I don't fucking know. Now I'm confused. Because I swear, what I'm telling you, that's what I remember. And I mean, and like I said, I was fucked up, and I believe you. You know what I'm saying? Everything you're saying, of course, it's on surveillance.
I have no reason to lie to you.
It's on surveillance. I know, but it's just crazy because I'm like tripping out on myself. Like, damn. I mean, I must have been really fucking fucked up because if it's on surveillance.
Did you see JC after all this?
Did I see him after?
Mm-hmm.
No, he texted my phone. No.
What's he telling you? Wants his gun?
No, we had already talked about that on the phone.
So what's he texting you about?
He was texting me, telling me that if I wanted to go to the game room. Where was I? I told him that I was like, nah, I'm good. What did I tell him? I told him something about what the fuck did I tell him? I told him, oh, I was with my homegirl, gonna take her to go do something or something like that.
Are there any other robberies that you have been a part of?
Me?
Where, you're just holding people up?
No. I mean, the robbery I did when I went to prison.
No, I'm talking about since you've been out.
Yeah. No, I know fucking. I know around the time, not that long ago, probably about a year ago. There was a lot of robberies going on with me and my homeboy that got locked up, and Keandre.
Mm-hmm. Who's your homeboy that got locked up?
Israel.
Israel what?
Juarez.
And what kind of places were y'all hitting licks at?
I wasn't hitting the licks, really. They were, and he was bringing me the shit.
What kind of places was he hitting?
Houses.
You ever rob any businesses?
He robbed a store.
The one that he went to jail on, or something different?
I think he did get charged with that.
Were you ever the driver, just
I wasn't
driving
the driver
these people
at all.
where they were robbing places?
They would be on foot hitting licks. And they were stealing cars.
What about recently, Keandre? Has he been robbing? Who's he robbed lately?
Who has he robbed lately?
I'm talking about like holding people up at gunpoint. I'm not talking about burglary.
Recently I've heard that Keandre motherfucking on the cool robbed a truck.
Robbed a what?
A truck.
A truck? What kind of truck?
I don't know. I just know they just told me it was a truck.
Like a 18-wheeler, or what kind of truck? What were we talking about?
A regular, I guess, 4-door truck. I don't know. I think it was green, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody just basically, like a homegirl got in the car. She's like, hey, I brought up Keandre. She's like, hey, that nigga got a hold of a truck, right? And I'm like,
I guess we're not talking about thefts are important. We're talking about holding people up at gunpoint. Did he jack somebody for a truck? Is that what you're saying?
I'm pretty sure.
When was that?
They just told me this the day before, 2 days ago.
Where did it happen?
I don't know. They just told me that supposedly Keandre dragged the truck from somebody, and that he had it stuck in the mud somewhere,
mm-hmm.
and had it parked somewhere.
What kind of truck
that they couldn't get it out of the mud.
What kind of truck?
A green truck, I think. 4-door green truck, I'm guessing. I'm not sure. I mean, that's just
Did you ever see the truck? Did you see him driving around in it?
I didn't see him driving around in that truck, no. And then also Keandre fucking pulled up in a Pathfinder one time, stolen. Like, motherfucker brought me all the shit that was in it.
What was in it?
Tools and stuff.
Did he jack somebody for it, or he just, like, burglarized or stole it?
Jack somebody for it.
Like a carjacking?
Yeah, like, someone leave their car on, or like that.
What color Pathfinder was it?
It was red.
You know where he stole it from?
No.
What side of town?
I don't know. He would just bring it. He would just come by and like just showing me.
A red Pathfinder?
Yep.
Any other robberies that he's done?
Actually, there's a lot.
We're being honest here, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what else has he done here recently?
There's a lot on the cool. There's a lot. My homeboy went down for 15 years ag, and Keandre made his way up out of it. I don't know how, but Keandre was with them every fucking robbery, and I would just get all the stuff. I actually been through this once before because I would detective. I forgot his name. White boy though.
What side of town?
On the east side.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually gave him all the shit that they took, screens, flat screens, radios, speaker, everything that they took.
Did you tell him Keandre did it?
I told him that where I think the stuff came from, which house, which block the stuff came from, and I told him that who it really was, and my homeboy that he got 59, he confessed to it.
Who was that?
Izzy Juarez.
Oh, that's Izzy?
Yes.
But Keandre was with him the whole time?
Keandre was with him the whole time. Every time. And he told me that too. Izzy told me that's fucked up because why am I the only one doing time and he's still out there? Mm-hmm. But he's a minor. He's only like 16 years old.
Mm-hmm. Has he shot anybody?
Keandre?
Mm-hmm.
No. I don't think Keandre would ever do nothing like that.
Has Torino shot or killed anybody that we don't know about?
No, just the guy that, just from that.
From where he went down already? Or that, besides the one Saturday?
Yes. That's all I know.
Okay.
Why? I mean, is there any, like...
No, I'm just curious. I mean, this is not, I'm sure the first time you guys have done
You're
this.
just scaring me, like, you know...
Well, it's all going to come out. And that's
I mean,
why I'm
not doing nothing. I didn't do nothing, sir. I mean, I didn't kill nobody, nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to be as honest with you on the cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm a pretty motherfucking peddling on the cool. Well, I'm not supposed to have no gun. That's why it took me to... It worried me to tell you.
So when we go back to your house, we're not going to find the pink gun. Be honest.
Probably broken. I don't know, man. I don't know where this gun is at.
You know where it's at. And here's the thing is, I hate to have to go through every piece of your property to find this gun.
If the gun's there, I know where it's at.
Where?
Because I always put my guns in the same spot.
Which is where?
Right on top of the shelf.
So is it taken apart upstairs, up on the shelf?
That's what I'm thinking. See, that's what I'm thinking, because I remember the last time I seen it, man, it was taken apart. But then I remember one of them having it. I don't know if I brought the gun back. I don't fucking know. But if anything, it's in that spot at the top of the fucking shelf, taken apart.
Okay. And you don't have the 9mm at your house?
No, sir.
Okay.
The 9mm, I don't know where the 9mm is, man.
What is your mom going to say? You live with your mom, right?
I live with my grandma.
Your grandma? What's she going to say when we pull up there? Is she going to be concerned? Because here's what we need to do. We need to go get Vanessa's purse. Okay?
Vanessa's purse, I threw that hole in the trash.
You said it was over at Annabelle's.
Annabelle's Hotel.
Okay, well, that's where we need to go get it.
Okay, well, it's in the trash can, and we're going to have to dig in the trash can.
Which trash can?
Right in front of the fucking room.
Okay.
Man, I feel like everything's just being blamed on me.
That's not being blamed.
Answers on everybody, man.
I'll tell you what. When I talk to these people, we're going to go do the same thing with them.
It's just fucked up, man. Like, I'm being honest with you, man.
Because I think that purse is at Annabelle's, and now you're trying to back out of it.
No. It's at the room.
It's in the room in the trash can?
The purse, I'm not tripping on the purse.
I thought you said it's in the dumpster or something.
In the trash can, the dumpster.
Inside the room?
No, in the outside.
Okay. So if you're trying to give it back to Vanessa, why is it in the trash can?
Because I was thinking about giving it back to her. And then I'm over here fucking carrying this damn purse around. I don't carry purses.
Okay.
And I just tossed it in the fucking trash.
All right. So besides...
I gave her that... I'm the one who gave her that purse in the first place a long time ago. Yeah.
So besides your grandma, who else is in the house? Your kids? Anybody, any other adults?
My sister.
How old is she?
13, 14.
Okay, so she's young. You share that room with anybody?
No, it's my room.
Okay. Give me a minute. Let me get some stuff sorted. Yes.
Man, I just feel like... I don't know. I'm feeling like...
Are you afraid of that gun because you're a felon?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm not going to charge you with... I'm not trying to put charges on you like that. Okay?
But, Mr. Leo, también too...
Are you afraid that there's dope and other stuff in your room that you're worried about?
No, because I don't have no dope or nothing. I'm not worried about that. I'm just afraid that, you know... I mean... I'm just
you don't want to give up your guns? Is that what you're afraid of? Because they're pink and blue?
No, I don't care about that either, man. I really don't.
Are they the same brand?
My guns are two different brands.
Okay.
It's just, I mean, I'll show you the guns. I mean, it's nothing. I'll give them to you.
We'll walk in, or it's going to be low-key. We're going to walk in. You're going to hand them to me, and we'll be out of there.
I know. My thing is, why do you want my guns, though?
Because they were used in a murder. Not that technically they didn't shoot, but they were used in a robbery that resulted in a murder.
Right.
And we need them. That's evidence, and we need them.
I know, but what I'm saying is, my guns weren't shot, though.
I understand, but you were carrying it at the time of a robbery.
Okay.
I'm not trying to make this difficult. Bottom line is that we need them, okay?
That's fine.
Okay.
It's just...
And it just shows your continued cooperation with what we got going on.
Will that be able to... Whenever someone's been killed like that, you can track what...
Yeah, we'll be able to compare what kind of gun it was used, yes.
I know, but what I'm saying is, mine's are 380s.
Mm-hmm.
What was he shot with?
I don't know.
A 9, right?
We're trying to figure out. It's possible.
I'm being free right now, like...
Well, you didn't shoot and kill this guy, right?
No.
Okay, so why are you concerned about the guns being taken?
Because the guns are at my house, in my possession.
I understand, but you didn't... That's not the murder weapon, is it?
No.
But you used it during a robbery, so we need the guns.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Okay. All right, give me a second.
Mr. Bill.
Yes, ma'am.
Is me and my friend, is she get to go?
We're probably going to tell her to take off because we need to take you to Annabelle's and then we need to take you to your house on Fair Lane. right? So we'll tell her just go ahead and take off.
Can I call my grandma or something? She's probably worried about me. Can you call her?
We're going to be there in a minute. And the thing is, I don't want a bunch of people being called.
Hey, can I get out of here for claustrophobic, please?
How about I just open the door a little bit? All right? Is that cool?
Yes.
All right, Cassandra, this is another consent. This is just for your bedroom. So we can read it again. I'm going to put your name in here. Cassandra Garcia have been informed by the Texas peace officer who has served me with this document that I have the right to refuse the officer or any other officer permission to conduct a search of the premises mentioned in this document, which are under my control. I understand that should I refuse to consent, I have the right to be free from a search of these premises by a Texas peace officer in the absence of a search warrant. I understand that these rights are afforded to me under both the Constitution of the State of Texas and by the United States Constitution. Nonetheless, I hereby voluntarily waive and surrender these rights and give my permission to the following officer, Detective J. Cedillo, along with any assisting officers to conduct a complete search of the premises, building, and curtilage located at 4236 Fairlane. If you're cool with that, again, print your name there. And then initial there, and sign there.
I mean, what worst case scenario? I mean, you're saying that you're not going to charge me for the gun, right?
No. The date is...
I mean, worst case scenario, what, I'm going to be charged with robbery of anything?
That's something that we're going to get everybody and see what we need, what everybody's going to get charged with. Okay?
I just got out, man. Mr. Dio, man. I'm trying to be fucking honest, man. Fuck, I'll give you back the purse that I fucking took.
Yeah, we need to get that. That's very important.
Why? It's just a purse.
It belongs to somebody else.
Okay,
would you be upset if your purse was taken?
You're right. Okay, now, you know what, Mr. Dio, man?
What's up?
I'm going to be completely fucking honest with you.
I need you to be honest with me.
The fucking phones,
Mm-hmm.
I fucking got them, man. They're at the house, too, if you want them.
I want everything. Be honest with me.
Man, I'm trying, man, because man, look, I'm trying to get myself about this.
How many phones do you have there?
Man, the fucking shitloads of them motherfuckers. Don't even know where the fuck they came from.
What about the ones from last
night?
Like,
the motherfuckers just...
What about yesterday? From yesterday?
Yes.
Okay.
There's like 4 of them, I think.
Where are they at in your house?
Right there, right there in my backpack.
Where's your backpack?
My bag, the bag that I went to go change clothes with at Annabelle's.
You said the bag that you went to go change at Annabelle's?
Yeah, remember I told you I went to her room?
Okay.
To go chill at her room?
So you have a bag that has all these phones in it?
I have a bag that has my clothes because I just got to the house.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped my bag off.
And that has the phones from yesterday?
Yes.
Okay, is there anything else in that bag that belongs to these people?
Nothing.
We'd like to give them their stuff back.
Okay, you can have it. Yeah, that's what happened to me the last time when they were bringing on me all that stolen merchandise. I gave them, the detective, I can't remember his name, all this stuff back. The TVs, the fucking everything.
Okay.
But all I have is their phones. And then Vanessa's purse is in the trash at that hotel.
Okay.
And I'll give you my gun.
And I'm going to be honest
you already have my phone in my car.
When you pulled up to your house earlier today, you gave your neighbor a bag or something?
My neighbor?
Yeah, did you pop the trunk and give your neighbor something?
Which neighbor?
I don't know, the neighbor across the street.
I gave him my number.
You didn't give him a bag or give him anything?
No.
Why'd your neighbor want your number?
Because I have a car stereo.
That's stolen?
No, that's mine.
Okay.
Somebody bought it for me.
Okay. And he wanted to buy it or have it?
I actually have 2 car stereos. One of them's for me though.
Okay.
Because I have a system in my car, in my car. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to put a real stereo in there. Yeah. So I was showing him because he'll buy it from me. Mexican dude.
Are you planning on running the streets tonight after we drop you off? Because we don't need you out there running the streets.
I plan on fucking going home and fucking just getting my mind right.
Okay. Because I may have some more questions later on after we start trying to find these people. So I need you to be somewhere where I can talk to you. All right?
That's fine with me.
Okay.
I mean, it's just you You talking about like on the shit my cousin's doing, Josh?
Well,
I mean, that's fine with me, Mr. D. I'll help you out as much as you, because I know a lot of motherfucking shit. I was raised in that hood.
I know.
It's just, at the same time, I tell you, like, I've never hurt nobody, never killed nobody. And you know what I'm saying? I have robbed, but I've never hurt no one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I did the time for my crimes that, you know what I'm saying, I did get caught up for, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, since I've been out, I have a 10-month-old son, man. I'm really not, I haven't been doing no shit like this. That's what my sister told me when I told her, I cried and I told her, I said, man, Lee, you know how long it's fucking been since I did anything like this, fool?
Yeah.
She's like, I fucking tell you to stay away from them fucking pills and you don't listen. And that's what it is. I get on them fucking pills and I wild out, man. Like, I'm being completely honest. I have not done nothing like this since I've been out of prison. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm trying to be, I'm being completely honest with you.
How old are your kids?
My kids is fucking, they're 6, 7, and 8. And my son is 10 months.
Your grandma watches him?
I watch them. They go to daycare and school. After that, me and grandma stay home with them.
All right.
My kids are going to take
Are they asleep? Are they going to be asleep right now, or are they still awake?
No, they're awake right now.
Time to go to bed?
They go to bed at 8:30 or 9.
Okay. They sleep in your room?
No, they have their own rooms.
It's kind of a big house, right?
Yeah.
All right.
That's the deal. Look, I'm not trying to spend no time away from my kids. That's why I'm trying to be honest with you. But I just feel like you're not like.
I believe you. I mean, I believe, like I was telling you, I believe the majority of your story. There's just a couple things that I didn't believe, and I was trying to.
But it's little.
That's why I came back and tried to clarify some of that, especially about how your car was not at the motel when you got there.
I don't even fucking remember that shit. And I'm being completely honest, man. That's why I'm telling you. I must have been fucking fucked up. I must have been really fucked up for me not to remember, because I honestly really thought that I came back from my car.
But you remember the shooting, right? That you weren't the trigger person, right?
Man, I remember that shooting.
So you remember that, all right? So you weren't that messed up.
No, I was messed up because I swear to God, I mean, come on, I remember the shooting and everything. I remember all of that in the room. I mean, I remember me even, probably sticking up the gun and you know what I'm saying, doing what I did. I remember Keanu snatching my gun, me probably snatching it back from his dumbass, and then fucking me grabbing their phones, and then Trevino handing me the purse, us walking out, getting in the car, and I swear I thought my car was still there. That's one thing I can't say, man. I swear I thought I kept telling him, go back for my car, go back for my car.
So, did you grab the purse from Vanessa, or did Trevino grab the purse from Vanessa?
To be honest, I probably grabbed it from her. I probably didn't.
Well, it's either one or the other. You don't remember? Trevino's too busy over here dealing with the guy that he shot.
Not first. Not first.
Okay.
Not first. He was sticking everybody down, like, everybody give me your shit. He dealt with him last. That was the last thing he did with, because right after he did that, he, boom, out the room, he took off. I mean, look, me and Vanessa's relationship is so close, man, that no matter how mad she is at me right now, I can call her, tell her to meet me. And I don't care if she tells you, you snatched my purse from me. I'm going to say, okay, I snatched your purse. I'm sorry. Boom. That's the way it is. Even though we were on bad terms. If that's what happened, that's what happened. I mean, but, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, I can't really tell you if I snatched your purse or not. I really thought, what's his name, fucking snatched it and gave it to me.
But you ended up with it at Annabelle's?
Yeah, I had it. Of course. What's he going to be doing with a purse?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there anything else?
And then I was going to give it back to her, take it back to her, but then I was afraid that she was going to be like, nah, that's fucked up, nigga. Why the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Why you go over there fucking, you know what I'm saying, with, you know, Keandra and all them trying to rob us and this. That wasn't even my fucking plan. I didn't plan. I knew nothing about this. They told me about this. And then how the fuck am I going to know when me and you haven't even been talking? I didn't know where the fuck you were. But since you talked to them, to Keandre, that's how I found out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can sit there and I can talk to Vanessa in front of you. It's nothing, you know what I'm saying? So we can get this understood. I want you to believe me more. For some reason, I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you're just throwing everything on me, man. I'm not.
Like I was telling you, you're the first person that we've talked to that's involved in this thing. Okay? Our job is to get the entire story. I think I have a good chunk of the story. And hopefully Keandra and these other guys will accept responsibility like you have. And, you know, fill in some of these blanks that we're kind of uncertain about.
Right. I mean, the one that's going to be very, very hard to fucking really just is going to be the Trevino. I mean, it's not going to be hard to find him, but what I'm saying is, yeah, because the simple fact that he did it, you know what I'm saying?
We've dealt with guys that have done a lot worse and come in here and told the truth.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, so let's go ahead and get over to Annabelle's, and then we'll go get to your house, and then we'll be on our way, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Well, that person outside in the trash can.
It's in the dumpster right by the room, or what?
No, it's in the little, you know, little trash can. There's a door and a little trash can right there. It's in there.
All right.
My friend.